everyone, and welcome back to the 2021 Osu Catch World Cup. I'm Dolan, joined by JB Hyperion for the start of Russia versus Poland.
Hello everybody, I'm back, and thank you again for Dolan for the introduction. We're getting into the final matches of this 2021 group stage now. Just 3 more blocks of matches to go. 3 in this one, and we are going to be covering Poland versus Russia. This is going to be the deciding match to determine who tops the very tricky Group H that's had tiebreakers, it's had upsets. Will we see another twist in the tale with top seed Poland having won 10 games, not lost a single point yet, taking on the high seed Russia, also on 2 wins from 2 games, but having won 10 games and lost 5.
Yep, the Russian Federation looking to maybe steal a top spot here from Poland, but they have looked so good, the Polish have. And it looks like Poland will start off by banning double time 3.
So we're going to assume from that Russia won the roll. We can see that Nelly rolling 100.
Ooh.
That's a I'm just looking in the chat, and Leku's saying kick Cosmit, who's currently in the lobby. So there we go. There's Cosmit. So someone is Leku's going to be coming in place of Cosmit. So Poland may be having some troubles entering and leaving the lobby. I think Russia may also have had this problem because Insomnia
they had the
on
same
Team
issue
Blue
with
did have to be
Insomnia.
kicked as well.
But it looks like we are finally going to be getting into this second round. And now apparently there's some issues with Neum.
All players do need to ready up. They can't just join the lobby and sit there. Yeah, the referee Leo is earning their paycheck today, having to do everything manually. Players seemingly unable to do so.
I have no idea what's going on, and the referee has run out of patience. But I am not sure what's going on with this lobby at all.
Looking like we might have to get a player swap here if Neum cannot connect.
And let's hope this doesn't affect Poland's lineup here too bad.
Insomnia making a small appearance on Team Poland there, and then immediately disappearing once again. Are Poland getting a third player? Looking like Bobber is going to be added back in. And Bobber is not on the tournament server. Fantastic.
Oh, great. It went from Poland versus Russia to referee versus client.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's winning either of those contests right now. It's still early doors. But this truly is a battle for the ages. A contest that we have seen, not seen before.
The mental battles have begun.
Well, unfortunately, Twitch chat, we know about as much as you do as to what's going on right here. So, Bobber has joined the lobby. The referee is asking players to ready up. Hopefully, we have resolved this issue, but we are now 16 minutes into the game and have completed one map. Not ideal.
Not ideal at all. Also, we do have other matches going on. 2 other matches. Actually, 3, I believe. The United States lead Sweden 2-0. France lead Brazil 2-0. And the Netherlands lead Peru 4-1.
Wait, Netherlands versus Peru is still ongoing. That match started an hour and 3/4 ago. Or is that 45 minutes ago and I've just gotten the time zone
I
wrong?
think it's 45
It might have been 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, they got a 30-minute head start on this. Bobber with an early miss here. And Leku's also going to go down. So that's an early double miss for Poland.
Yeah, so early misses, not terribly punishing. A miss in the middle of the map once you reach 200 combo is more so, but 2 misses there. Nelly's going to trade a miss back. That is going to lower the score difference slightly. Fob, Kitson Ivy, and Memoriola all hitting 200 combo as Bobber misses once again.
Memoriola is going to trade it with Nelly. That's a double miss from Russia, and that's going to allow Poland back into it as Memoriola drops again.
Yeah, Leku Cheku back up above 200 combo now. Kitsune Ivy, the sole carry left on Team Russia. Poland are steadily increasing that lead as we come to the halfway mark.
Halfway through, Poland maintaining about a 60,000 point lead. As Nelly and Moriola get up to 200 combo. Into the final third. Now it's anyone's game.
Score difference sitting at about 50 to 60,000 right now. Memoriola's drop is going to make that worse, and Kitsun Ivy's drop is going to make that really bad for Team Russia right now. Poland are running away with this one.
Yeah, Poland looking very strong in this fob, holding up that double S. Lehu on the one miss.
Yeah, Fob is a player who's been almost synonymous with a low approach rate hit, and he's really showing his worth right now. Scoring that double S, fantastic misses from Leku Cheku and Kitsun Ivy right at the end there, but not going to make too much of a difference. This is a significant victory for Poland, and you can see why Russia put out a ban on that mod at the start of the match.
Double S from Fob. 1-1. Russia with the pick now. And they're going to go right into double time 2.
Oh wow, I'm not used to picks being so fast. This is incredible.
Amazing!
The speed at which Fob left that lobby as soon as VTuber came on was unmatched. I know he's not a fan.
He's gone, ladies and gentlemen.
But it is 1-1, both teams winning their opening exchanges fairly comfortably.
It's going to be interesting to see who does come in to fill that third slot on the side of Poland. Perhaps Cosmic. And it will be. Cosmic, Lehu, and Bobber for the Polish. Nelly, Insomnia, and Memoriola for the Russians. And looks like we're going to quickly get readied up here and get underway. Checking other matches real quick. The United States now lead 3-0 over Sweden. And Brazil have taken a point against France. France still leads 2-1.
Now Cosmit seems to be unable to connect to this game, and he also needs replacing. Poland might just run out of players here. That is exactly the opposite of what they need right now.
Also, we do have a result. The Netherlands are victorious against Peru 5-1.
Yeah, that's a good result for them in Group F. Get themselves a win on the board. Everyone chasing second place in that group, with China taking a very convincing first place with 15 wins and 1 loss in terms of games, so 3 wins from 3 matches. Netherlands, Finland and Peru all competing for that second place.
Yep, it's going to be a mad scramble to get out of Group F. I'm still waiting on Polish to get things sorted out here. It looks like Niam who's going to fill in instead of Cosmet. And we're finally going to get underway here in this third round.
So, as you said, third game, Shiroyuki no Princess Wa, DT2 is the pick. Lekucheku opting to add Hidden for no extra score or penalty on score V2. Everyone else just opting to stick with plain old double time.
Also, another update. France lost their Hard Rock 3 pick by 6,000 points. Brazil and France are tied at 2. And the United States now lead
Shaping up to be a
4-0.
really interesting game in Group B. Meanwhile, over here, Nelly saw a very early miss at about 30 combo, which gives Poland a very slight advantage to begin with. But at just under 3 minutes long, this is quite the endurance test. As far as DT is concerned, Niam is going to drop, which is going to swing back to Russia, but that's not going to happen. Just as the scores are about to flicker, Somnia is going to drop.
And Somnia will trade that, so Poland are going to maintain that very small advantage. Only a quarter of the way through. And Lehu and Memorial are the only SSs remaining.
See the score difference there, sitting at about 12,000. Very manageable. It's going to creep up a little bit more while Insomnia gets back to 200 combo. Niam has now done so. Still one miss from either side can certainly swing the score. Approaching one half distance now.
Yeah, still plenty of map left too. So a lot of room here.
Memorial are still holding on to that double S right now. Nelly, Lekucheku with one droplet miss each. The next miss is going to be crucial in deciding a winner here, with 1/3 of the map still to go.
Yeah, the next miss is going to be very telling here. Could spell disaster. No misses from anyone though.
Coming into a slightly calmer section now, with some strong dashes still. Can't take your finger off the trigger. Full combos now approaching 1,000 combo.
Final quarter of the map. Will Poland be able to hold on to this point?
This will be a very helpful break point for them if they can secure it. After those early exchanges, it looks like every player is giving their absolute best to hold on here. No flaws in any of these players. 900 combos, 1100 combos, 1200 combos, less than 100 notes still to go. If there's going to be a miss, it has to happen right now.
And what's crazy is through all this, still one miss could change everything. Into the ending, Poland, through the spinner, are going to retain it. And that'll be a break point for Poland, 2-1. So 2-1.
Yeah, crucial victory there for Poland. They're going to be opting to stay with Hidden. Hidden 2 coming out now. On Gaku Resolve. Very different from Tian Dikai P, the Hidden 1 pick that we saw previously. Much faster, much smaller circle sizes, much higher note density. And meanwhile, the United States have broken Sweden, so they're sitting at now 4-0. 1 point away from victory there. Brazil have lost, so they've also been broken by France. France now 3-2 in the advantage. A victory there will put them at match point also.
So a lot of interesting things happening out there at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if Brazil can hang with France, because that would really make Group B, would really turn Group B on its head. Brazil were able to do something and get the win. Brazil get the win, we would have a three-way tie in that group. Which doesn't happen too often, but back to the match at hand. Onto Ngaku Resolve.
We might have seen a very early miss from Nelly, actually, within the first 5 combo, which is what has given Poland this very early advantage. But that miss from Leku is going to give Russia a significant advantage.
And
almost
yeah, Nelly,
at the 200 combo mark.
You could see Nelly did miss. He had 4 combo less than Kitsunavi and Memoriola. So he did suffer a very early miss, but it doesn't matter. Because of that miss from Leku. Ooh, Memoriola. Missing quite a few notes there. So Poland back in the driver's seat for now. Brilliant scores coming in from Niam and Fob. Leku goes down though. And now Russia.
Yeah, score very quickly swinging back to Team Russia there. Kitsunavi still holding on to a double S. Nelly with just that one miss right at the beginning. And Memoriola not having too many more problems as they build back up to 300 combo now. Niam and Fob still holding on to full combos, but Leku has dropped fairly regularly and is hampering that team score.
Oh, and Niam goes down right as Leku gets back up to 200. That is not good for Poland.
That was a
Russia.
huge miss from Niam there, just dropping an entire stream, just under dashing. Real dent on accuracy and score for Niam. This is going to be a very convincing victory for Russia. Just what they needed, immediately breaking back.
Over 100k. And we are tied at 2.
Yeah, so excellent. So Poland banning double time, winning 1, losing 1 of the remaining 2 picks. Russia banning hidden, also winning 1, losing 1. Excellent double S there from Kitsunavi. FC from Fob as well, just a single droplet miss. And it will be Russia to pick again, currently 2 victories apiece in this best of 9.
We will have to wait and see where they go with this pick. But we'll get a look at the map pool here shortly. And here it is. Nomad still fairly untouched. Hard Rock untouched.
Yeah,
No
it's very
more double
interesting. So
time.
Hidden and Double Time both completely depleted. There are only Nomad and Hard Rock picks available in the remaining, I guess, 4 picks on offer. Obviously, if we get to 4-all, we will play the tiebreaker, Spectrum, that you can see at the bottom. We have seen that 3 times so far in this group stage weekend.
Will it come to it? Russia now eyeing up the map pool. We could see maybe Nomad 1. Oh, they're going for Nomad 3. Interesting. We have not seen this one picked as much as the others.
Yeah, I concur with you on that one. This is one of the least picked maps in the entire map pool. The only one that's been picked less is Hidden One, which we saw a little ago, but that's been banned 24 times. So you can kind of understand why that hasn't been picked too much. This has been picked 11 times, so this will be its 12th pick. And as we get into this match again, an interesting development. France have been broken in their pick versus Brazil, so that match is now sitting at 3-all. Really interesting development in Group B. We could conceivably, if Brazil win, we could have 3 teams all on 2-1.
And it would go to point differentials. Australia, the other team that is in the mix there, currently sits at a +4 point differential, 11-7. Brazil coming into this match was at a +2, and France was at a +9, so they are still very likely to advance.
I think if Brazil were to win this 5-3, they would have 9 wins and 5 losses, so their point differential would be exactly the same as Australia's. And then I guess it would go down to who had the better result in the match between those two teams.
Which was Australia. Oh, so
Australia
actually,
beat Brazil 5-2.
Yeah, actually, that would mean that it's now impossible for Brazil to advance because they gave up 3
Even
points.
if they win.
They would have needed a 5-2. So
that is unfortunate, but it is going to be a victory for Brazil here. Would be a nice icing on the cake way to conclude their 2021. And I think it would also be a little bit of a rain on the parade of France, who have looked very strong up until this moment in the 2021 World Cup.
Yeah, but that now seals the fate in Group B. France and Australia are through. Back, though, to Poland and Russia. Still 6 double S's.
We might get a little bit of daylight between the two teams, as a spinner, I believe, has given a very, very tiny advantage to Russia. Only about 1,000 points at this stage. Everyone managing to hit 200 combo without too much difficulty, no accuracy drops or combo breaks.
Yeah, only an accuracy drop from Leku. Oh, but he does find
more
an
than an
actual
accuracy
myth.
drop, though.
So Russia now to the lead here, trying to capitalize on their own pick and take the lead back in this match.
Memoriola dropping on those little backwards doubles that we've seen, tricking up so many people. That is going to reduce the score difference significantly because Leku is primely placed there at 200 combo to maximize. Will we see the score flip back in Poland's favor?
It's getting very close, and this would be massive for Poland. Another breakpoint would be huge. Russia desperately trying to defend here, coming to the end, and it will be Russia hanging on by the narrowest of margins, 4,000 points.
I think if that map had gone on for even 20 more combo, that 4,000 score difference would have been overturned. Excellent performance by both teams, but Leku just missing slightly closer to the middle of the map. Memoriola right at the end, clinging on to secure a victory for Team Russia.
Very important for Russia to win that on their own pick. Had they had lost that, it would have put Poland up 3-2 with a chance to go up to match point. So now Poland are going to have to eye up the pool. There's no more hidden. There's no more double time. There's only no mod and hard rock.
Another breakpoint in Brazil versus France. Brazil losing their no mod pick by 46,000 points. France now 1 pick away from victory, leading 4-3. And in a match with 7 games, 5 of the picks resulted in a breakpoint.
That's ridiculous.
So we wait to see in this match what Poland's response will be. Russia went to no mod when they ran out of double time picks. Will Poland go to hard rock when they run out of hidden picks, which has happened? And they will. Hard rock 3 Rainbow Road is going to be appearing.
Poland are definitely one of the scarier teams on hard rock. That is a mod they know well. They have a great lineup for.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver.
Russia themselves are no slouches on hard rock. Memoriola.
Reaching out.
And this has been one of the more popular hard rock picks. I don't know if this or hard rock 1 has been more popular.
Hard rock 1 has been significantly more popular. Has been picked 30 times and banned once. It is
Really?
actually the most popular pick in the entire pool thus far.
Well, there we go.
That's what you got stats sheets for. Ooh, I do love my stats.
Gotta have the stats, and here we go. So, round number 6, Poland's pick, Hard Rock 3, Rainbow Road. It'll be Cosmet, Lechu, and Niam against Nelly, Kitsunaivi, and Memoriola. Kitsunaivi also taking hidden.
Reaching out. Rainbow Road.
Everyone through the intro cleanly. And now building up to that 200 combo mark.
Aw man, you can't freeze it like that right there. Give us the drop. I had to take a quick pause to get my cat jam in chat.
Oh, of course. And so far,
So
still
whilst
no
you,
misses.
while you may have thought that the most intense part of the song would be the most difficult part of the song is actually the calm part coming up right now, because hard rock makes the notes fall so fast that when there's a big gap between them in time, it's very difficult to kind of read by prediction where they fall. You have to just know whether to go left or right.
And
And
Russia
we've seen
now,
so many misses in this calm section by people that just dash the wrong way.
Russia barely leading after the spinner as well. Oh, and Niam is going to be the one to drop in the slow section.
Just dashing a little bit too late at the end of that slow section as it built into the
Memoriola
the
crazy.
quarter rhythm. Memoriola's gonna-
Kitsunaivi.
Oh, this is bad for Russia.
Cosmet. Kitsunaivi. And Nelly's down. It's only Lechu. Everyone's down.
Everyone falling apart in that interlude section there.
Lechu
is carrying the Polish mountain right now. Everyone falling around him, but he stands tall.
And that is going to be the difference maker here, as everyone else is just scrambling to get back to 200. Memoriola is there. And here come the rest of
Not
the gang.
too much time left here, but this is not too big of a score difference. This could be overturned. A couple of misses on the side of Poland right now, but the time is running out.
Yeah, Kitsunaivi's drop is going to really put Russia behind here. And Poland are going to survive and hold on. We remain tied at 3.
And it is thanks in no small part to that man, Lekucheku88, with the full combo, with the double S, with the big spin, carrying Team Poland to a victory there. So that's 3 apiece. Once again, Russia will pick and attempt to draw out the score lead.
Also, France have prevailed victorious 5-3 over Brazil. That will be the end of the World Cup for Brazil. France and Australia, though, will be moving on from Group B.
Yeah, France winning finally on their own pick, taking that victory against Brazil 5-3. Congratulations to France.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver.
Now, moving on here, Russia will be the next team to pick. Eyeing up the map pool, they need to make this one count.
Wow, this is an interesting selection from Russia. They just narrowly lost on Hard Rock, but they're going to stick with Hard Rock and go for Rampage. Obviously not feeling any of the other no-mod picks available on the board are a significant advantage for them. Not that Russia is a bad Hard Rock team by any means, but as you said at the beginning of the match, Dolan, that Poland is just so strong on this mod. This is a bold selection for them.
Yeah, challenging Poland on Hard Rock is definitely a bold move, but if you are confident enough on the map, it can work out. But I'm sure Russia knows that Poland is going to be strong on this. They just have to be confident in their scores here. We see Jacobon coming in for his first appearance of the match. And looks like these are going to be the lineups. As we see the start command from Leo. Very crucial point in this match. If Poland were to get a break point here, it would put Russia in a very dangerous situation.
Yeah, no one wants to be giving their opponent free pick on match point. So the pressure is really on both teams now. Everyone holding well so far as we approach 200 combo. No droplets, no combo breaks down. You can see there is literally 0 score difference between our two teams right now as we wait for a little resync.
All SS's all around.
I thought Poland had snuck out a lead on that spinner, but I think it's exactly the same spin as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they're... Oh, Niam is going to drop, though, and that will be the first miss. So right at the halfway point, Russia now with a 1 miss advantage as Niam drops again. Now Poland are going to need some help from Russia. only a third of the map left.
Aside from those misses from Niam, everyone else still holding that double S. Who is gonna blink first, or can Russia hold on for a match point?
Russia trying to hold on. Niam is going to drop once again, and that may very well seal it. Unless we saw a triple miss from Russia. And we will not.
Just when they needed a really dominant performance to settle the nerves, get themselves safely to match point, Russia deliver a triple double S. Excellent performance from them.
3.4 million points from Russia. 3.2 million from Poland, a great score from them, but unfortunately, you just cannot beat the triple double S. And now Poland, they will have the final pick of the match. It will either go to tiebreak or Russia will be winners here.
And if you're Niam right now, you got to be feeling that whatever your captain picks, you hope that you don't have to play it, because you're probably feeling a little bit down, a little bit angry with yourself right now that you were the difference maker between the two teams. And hopefully he doesn't let that get to him, because he may be required in this or the tiebreaker if that does end up happening. So this is really interesting. They traded double times, they traded hiddens, they've traded hard rocks, and now we could potentially trade no mods. Sorokas coming out, potentially the easiest of the 4 no mod options available, no mod 1. It is also the longest at just under 4 minutes, with about 1700 combo required for an FC. Although, just because this is maybe considered easier when you're in a high pressure situation like this, maybe that makes it harder because you expect to do so well.
Yeah, now Poland's in a high pressure situation here, so if they lose, they're not out, but you definitely don't want to be giving up good bracket position in the group stage.
Yeah, just to reiterate, the winner of this Group H will play Indonesia from Group A in the round of 16. The runner-up will play Hong Kong, also obviously from Group 8, the winners of that group. So very different kind of caliber of opposition considering how strong Hong Kong have been this year. Indonesia themselves have obviously not been weak, but Hong Kong have looked very, very strong.
And it looks like these are going to be the lineups here. Bob, Lechu, and Niam for Poland. Nelly, Kisnaivi, and Memoriola once again for the Russian Federation. And we're underway. The fruit has begun to fall. Poland with some spinner advantage. And no early misses to report.
Yeah, this is not going to be a sprint. This is a marathon, an endurance test to see who can hold their nerve for the longest. Who is going to blink first? Cutting up to 300 combo now. Still no faltering. A few droplet misses from Niam is going to not make a difference actually, because Poland seem to have had a much better spin in the early stages.
But one miss will change everything as Nelly does find the first miss for Russia. Now Poland are going to put a little bit of distance between themselves and Russia, but Lechu is going to drop and trade that miss from Nelly right as Nelly gets up to 200.
Yeah, Lechu just changed direction and dashed a little bit too early, dropping a couple of notes before that stream. It's going to take a little while for him to get back up to 200 combo, and in the meantime, Russia have narrowed the gap very much.
It's going to be very
I think
close.
they may still hold the lead here, but it is so close as we approach halfway.
It's right back down to that original spinner advantage. As we reach the halfway point, this one is still very much a toss-up. Poland desperately need this point to send it to tiebreak. Russia are trying to take first place in the group right now.
Just 2 SSs remaining from 1 on each side, Fob and Memoriola. Kitsunaivi, Nelly, and Niam with 1 droplet miss apiece. Oh, Nelly, sorry, had the combo break, but Niam has had the droplet miss.
Final third.
Nice calm section, just excellent at building the tension and the nerves even higher as if they weren't already very high.
It's 10,000 points of difference, essentially. That is nothing. No misses to report here as they enter the final quarter. And we get a break at 1300 combo.
They can see the score difference. They see how close this is. They see that 1 miss from any player on either team will probably decide the game.
It's 5,000 points right now. But Poland's still holding that lead. 5,000 may be all they need. They're looking good, and Russia just praying for a chance to strike and steal it at the end.
They may have to do it on a spinner battle if one is available.
And now it's just about bringing it home to the end. And it looks like they're going to be able to do it. Poland are going to send it to tiebreak. Look at that score difference. That is 5,000 points of difference. Fob and Moriola with the SSs. But we will go to the 4th tiebreaker of the group stage. Between Poland and Russia. So tiebreaker is going to determine who will face Indonesia and who will face Hong Kong next week in the round of 16. We'll see how these rosters change for the tiebreak. But Russia have not been making many substitutions at all this match. Also, keeping you updated on other things going on. The next block of matches is getting set to get underway. Germany versus the United States, Finland, Peru coming up shortly. It looks like these are going to be the same rosters. Waiting for the referee to start this one. Here we go, chat. Give your teams your energy. Tiebreaker is about to get underway. So it will be Cosmit, Bobber of Darkness, and Niam for Poland, Nelly, Kitsunivy, and Memoriola for the Russian Federation.
I'm going to hand over to Satan to finish this one off because unfortunately it is time for a certain baby to go to bed and I have been summoned. So please enjoy Satan and Dolan taking you through the finale of this one.
But I want to go to bed as well. How
You want to
dare
go to bed? I mean, you're an adult. You can take care of yourself.
No!
But yeah, thanks everyone for having me. Hope you've enjoyed this game and the remaining ones. I'll be back for the showcase in a couple of hours. And yeah, hope this tiebreaker goes really well. Catch you guys later.
Thank you, JBH, for introducing me, and thank you for commentating this match once again. Oh, wow. We didn't expect this. Poland, Russia, 4-4. Tiebreaker time. It's a bit laggy, it seems, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this will pan out.
Yeah, Indonesia and Hong Kong watching this match eagerly.
So what are the stakes here?
So the winner of this will be playing Indonesia in the round of 16. The loser will be playing Hong Kong in the round of 16.
Alright, you understood. Understood. I mean, I think neither of these countries really wants to face either Indonesia or Hong Kong, but it's the sad truth that they're going to have to deal with. And Hong Kong has been so incredibly strong in this stage, from what I've seen, that it's almost weird to say that you'd rather want to play Indonesia, obviously, but it seems to be the case this time around.
Yeah, definitely. It does seem
Just
to
goes
be
to
the
show how strong the competition is these days. It's unbelievable. As we still don't see any misses, this is obviously a very calm part, so most of the time misses don't occur here. Unless people are really nervous. That spinner can be a little nasty. There's a spinner trap, but everybody caught that too. And we're going to move into that first PI in a little bit, so get ready, everybody.
Yeah, though.
Ooh.
It's going to be the first drop there for Poland before we get into that first PI. So Russia will enjoy the advantage for now.
Here we go. So for everybody holding on to that PI, Yam is slowly building up back to 2 in a combo. Been some impressive FCs on the end of Russia in this match I've seen when I was watching the match as a spectator a little while ago. Some triple FCs. I wonder if they're going to try and do that again here on the tiebreaker. Would be.
Poland's got 2 double S's right now.
Be ridiculous if they could. And so far Poland is also doing incredibly strong. I mean, just a singular miss so far from Jan, and as you said, double S's for Cosmit and Bulber, 2 veteran tournament players as well. And there's so little development here. Everybody's just holding on to these combos.
Yeah, we're heading into the final third of the tiebreaker, and there's only been that 1 miss from Neon. It's crazy to think that that could be the difference maker. But Russia still holding trip FCs.
It's almost feeling like it, yeah. The Daredevils might have just checked out the score of the other team using tab, so
but at the same
maybe
time,
the Polish know.
If we get 1 miss, the scoreline is going to get crazy close.
That is true. It's going to be close to a tight score if anybody on Russia misses, really. And I think Poland will need 2 misses. And so far, nothing has happened, but Bober is going to do a miss there for Poland, and that's going to put them in a very nasty spot as the map is getting fairly close to a finish. There's no hope anymore, I believe.
That's going to do it. Nelly, Kitsunivy, and Memoriola. Trip FCs. No FCs remaining for Poland. And Russia, the high seed.
Unbelievable to see that all of these 3 people on the end of Russia still have a full combo as well. What can Poland even do in this situation? Absolutely nothing. And that's just dominating.
Russia with the clutchest of tiebreaker performances. It doesn't get much better than that. Poland gave it their all. Neam recovered brilliantly, and Memorial is going to be the first miss for Russia. So it will not be Trip FC's, but it will be enough for Russia to take the win and take the group.
Exactly, more than enough. And then another miss at the end for Boba there just before the map ended. Last spin, it doesn't really matter at this point. Looking at that score deficit of Poland, 80,000 points it is. What a beautiful play from all of the players from Russia. And honestly speaking, Poland did a really nice play on this map too. A lot of other teams would have definitely succumbed to loss. But Russia, man, these guys have improved so incredibly much these past few years. And these new players are so incredibly cool and good. They're going to be the first, they're going to be the top team to get out of their groups. They're going to be the #1 slot. And they're going to be playing against Indonesia the next week. Whereas Poland is going to have to face off Hong Kong. GG, well played.
Indeed, indeed. That is going to wrap it up for that one. Big win, big upset for the Russian Federation. They take their group, and they will get Indonesia next week.
Alright, so in here you can see the team on screen for a little while. Russian Federation. Very promising team again this year. I'm very happy to see that this time round they've really assembled like the best possible team that they could have assembled. They've even gotten Vagan back, somebody who's been playing this game for eons really, and now finally decided to make a comeback to CWC as well. Great team all around, and this is definitely a very nice win of theirs too, against Poland, which is a top seed after all. So, good job. Again, upsetting the competition like last year against us. Russia is really starting to build a reputation for itself. As we wait to get into the next match, actually, I think we are streaming Norway versus Canada, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be Norway versus Canada.
Alright, so we're just waiting for that swap. There's going to be 3 matches at this hour. Those being Norway, Canada, like I just mentioned. You also have Germany facing off the United States. Feels like 2 top-seeded teams playing a match, but the United States has become a high seed this year in a strange turn of events. And Peru, Finland will be playing as well.
Oh, it is actually going to be Germany-US.
Oh, right.
Not Norway, Canada. We are going to be streaming Germany-US, which, by the way, the United States now leads 1-0 after taking Hard Rock 2 by 200,000 points.
All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a change up here, it seems. But that's fine.
But
that's going to be a cool match, too.
This is a very historic rivalry. Catch, these teams go back, way back.
Yeah, both top-class teams. Both have been in the top 3 of CWC a couple of times. Germany used to be especially strong in the years of 2014 to 2017-18. That was definitely their prime time. United States got a bit better as the years progressed. Now, both teams are really strong. Germany getting into that top seed. And the United States, because of the loss of Russell not being able to make the top seed this year, but still probably 99% surely the strongest team in the high seed. So Germany is going to face off against a very strong opponent, as you can see in the scoreline already. 0 points for Germany, 1 point for United States.
And it appears that US did win the roll, and they got that first pick. So Germany have gone for hidden 3. We do see Lexi and Zach coming in to fill here, and we should see Sekre filling out the 3rd role here for hidden on the US. We'll see Ganoshi, Vinci, and Markmelo from Germany.
So who do you think is gonna win, guys? Let us know in chat and just support your team as much as you can. They do appreciate it. They will see you. And the energy will help them out. Clicking faster, more precisely, feeling the rhythm better, everything. It's a whole experience.
It's scientific fact. We've proven this.
over and over again, year in and out, we have proven this stuff.
Here
Don't need
we
to
go.
question
Germany, United States. The rivalries in these groups have been great. We had Canada and Chile. That's becoming a great rivalry. Now we have Germany, US. And both these teams are well versed on hidden. But Germany, I think, if there is one area I definitely would give them the advantage here, is they are a very skilled and precise veteran team on hidden.
Yeah, they've
Probably
shown
the US have a hidden lineup.
that too. Yeah, that's the entire thing. Germany did perform really well with hidden in their previous matches too. But then again, looking at the United States roster, you have Zach, who's I'm pretty sure everybody knows Zach by now, right? Lexi, a Godzilla hidden expert, and Sekiro, who's, well, a fill sort of for hidden, but he's really solid at it too. So, honestly speaking, maps like these are like completely fine for Sekiro. In the meantime, we've already seen a miss there for Vinci. Not sure if that was a single miss or there were two. Could have been two. Zach also missed for the United States, meaning that the score is fairly equal, but it's definitely still in favor of the United States with about 20,000 points, I should say. Yeah. And very little to report here. Everybody catching these notes very handily.
Yeah, aside from those early misses from Zach and Vinci.
That pattern can be nasty, but everybody caught it very nicely too, so nothing to worry about except for Marvmello, who's going to miss now for Germany, and that's going to put them at an even bigger disadvantage than they were already at. Sekra doing really well there with the double. I didn't expect him to do that well. Lexi obviously doing great too. You know, she the only one left with a full combo there for Germany though.
Yeah, and that's really going to give the US some wiggle room here as we get to the final quarter of this map. Germany trailing on their own pick.
Now you know she's gone too. So that's the United States with the higher combos, the higher score, the higher everything. And it's looking like they'll just cruise through the ending as there's only about 10% of the map left.
Yeah, not really much Germany can do now. Only one miss coming out of Zach.
Exactly. With another miss there for Vinci, it doesn't seem too convincing. Marvmello also quite consistently missing throughout the map there. And Vinci, sadly, not doing quite as well as he could have. 3 misses there. I mean, still very low miss counts, obviously. We're talking top seed versus a high seed, technically, but it's a top seed too. United States definitely a top seeded team in terms of skill. And you're not going to see a lot of misses, and any miss can be really painful for either of these two teams. As you can see, Germany only 6
Sekra and
misses
Lexi,
total.
though, coming in with the double S's. Sekra hidden double S. Sekra told me that his goal in group stage is to get 15 FCs.
And how's he been doing so far?
I'll have to check the second match, but I know in this first match he went 5 for 5.
Oh, that's great.
Against
Unbelievable.
Argentina, he went 5 for 5.
He went from 6 missing platters on Hard Rock to FCing every single map. What a god. We're gonna wait for USA's pick now. Wonder what they are gonna opt for. I think double time and Hard Rock is quite sensible. Maybe double time more so than Hard Rock. Then again, hidden with Lexi included and Zach being there and seemingly wanting to play. That could also be a nice choice. I don't think Sekrai wants to play maps like Tiandi Kaipi though, so not expecting that to be picked.
True.
The first pick was a normal though. Yeah, maybe they're just assuming that they're going to win the spinner battle. I'm not entirely sure because Germany can very well just triple FC some of these
Hard
normals
Rock
as well.
1.
Raindrop flower. Yeah, let's just appreciate the music. That's cool too. Let's do it.
I mean, it's a nice song.
Yeah, let's all be friends. Let's all hug. Be friends. Be happy.
AR7 for Hard Rock.
And with Hard Rock added. Yeah.
We've seen everyone. I mean, someone always misses in the slow section.
Well, there's been a few matches where, surprisingly for Japan, for example, they had a triple FC on this map as a team, which was kind of ridiculous to see. And I expect that United States should be doing quite fair on this map too. Colin actually making his entrance into the lobby. I have not seen Colin play tournaments in a really, really, really long time, so I wonder whether he's rusty or still playing very well like he used to be able to. And Germany is going to have Ryoku, and Marvmello. Marvmello kind of doing everything for the team, it seems. I have seen him play many of Germany's maps so far in this group stage. And it seems that that's going to continue. So here we go. There is the possibility for like 4 FCs, I would say. Ryoku's going to miss on a very unfortunate part there. But we shall see how this develops.
Very small advantage for the U.S. off that early miss from Ryoku.
You just can't be anxious with this song, though. It's impossible. All the players are also relaxed right now. I'm 100% sure of it.
I bet it's relaxing until you miss.
Mm-hmm. Then don't miss like they're doing right now. Just don't do it, right?
Still trip FCs from the United States. Gonna be resulting about 40k lead, and Ryoku is gonna go down again. Right at the halfway mark.
Not quite providing the team what they need right now because the United States is just holding account, thinking of a spinner battle. Colin is going to miss as well, though, on that right jump, so that's going to level out a little bit, but Germany is still probably going to be trailing behind in terms of score, as Ryoku already missed twice, as opposed to Colin with his 1 miss. We're nearing the end as well.
As long as he's able to recover back to 200 and hold combo, should still work out for the U.S., but the score difference is still pretty close here.
Yeah, maybe a double miss could still save Germany now. I'm not entirely sure if a single miss will do it, considering we're almost at the end of the map and there's not a lot of combo left. And time is truly running out, as everybody is holding on here.
Yeah, Sakurai and DeCreeper not going to allow that double miss to happen. They will get the double S's for the U.S.
Well played by Ryoku and Marvmello as well, though, with the double S's over there. So, hey, I was right with the prediction of 4 FCs, right? There you go.
4 double S's. There you go.
4 double S's even, indeed. And a third point there for the United States, and Germany is not feeling too well, I do believe, after this one.
3-0 in favor of the U.S. Germany needs to get something rolling here, and they have the pick and a chance to do that. Sarden, look, there's one, they got double S's, and then the other team also has double S's. So is that a
Correct.
double S?
Yeah, I would like to order that, sure. Sounds nice. Can I have some fries with that? And...
Yeah, and a drink?
Or fruits, actually, now that I think of it. In the meantime, we have some other matches ongoing, so we're going to quickly update you on those. Canada is now leading by 3 points over Norway, who has 0 points so far. They're winning quite significantly on a lot of these picks as well. In the meantime, Finland has won a single map, and Peru has won a single map as well in that match, making it a tie score 1-1 currently, as they are already playing the next map, I do believe. That's it for the updates on those matches. As we're still waiting for Germany to pick it. They have 2 minutes to do that every single time. And after picking, you also have another 2 minutes to get your roster sorted, get everybody.
And then each team has a timeout.
Yeah. They also have timeouts, but I've barely seen it being used this week, and I've actually only seen like 2 teams do it. You might want to use it now, though.
Yeah, because if the comeback is going to start, it needs to start now.
Sorry, guys, already wanting to see that pick. By the way, it's your pick. Basically what he's saying. Yeah. No signal from Germany at the moment.
Yeah, and if they don't respond to him soon, this could be random picks, so let's hope we see a response here from the Germans soon.
Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe internet just died in Germany, like all of Germany. Never mind, there's Hidden 1 as your pick. Alright, so this is banned very often in the tournament and barely played. So Xerox is definitely fanboying now.
That's odd, we're seeing it in back-to-back matches streamed today here.
Well, that's good then. Okay, so in the non-stream matches, if anything, it doesn't really pop up that much. So, at least these two teams are definitely providing a little bit of entertainment here. But honestly, I wonder if the USA is going to play this one as well as it did in the previous hidden pick. I just don't see Sakurai doing incredibly well on this one. Maybe I'm wrong, especially considering the fact that so far he's been
I'd be looking at
FCing
Lexi back
almost
here.
everything.
But
yeah,
I think if anyone's going to struggle in the US, it will be Sakurai.
and as for Germany, you're going to see Notes Kuroi play, it seems. So quite a peculiar choice for low AR hidden, but he's a veteran player, so he should be fine for the most part. But then again, he's not a specialist. Vinci is quite obvious, and Ginoshi also seems very sensible. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see.
I mean, I'm sorry, Andrew, but you're just the odd man out here. The world's not used to seeing you do this.
He's gotta prove us wrong. Okay, I wonder if he is. I'm gonna call 6 misses on the end of Sakurai.
But I will say, I'm not sure about this pick from Germany into the US. I mean, I know Germany's a hidden team, but they still have Zach and Lexi.
Yeah, those two are very likely gonna.
And
pull off
Sakurai
really
just
high
dropped
scores.
the SS on the first hidden map he played.
Here we go. Feels quite a lot slower compared to the Hard Rock we just played. It obviously is. It's the slowest map in this map pool. They are 8.4. Something not a lot of people play.
So far, so good.
Steady performance from everybody, yeah?
Just a few act drops from Vinci. Oginoshi is going to go down first. Just before that 200 combo mark. No Kuroi will follow.
Yeah,
the US
Germany, bad starts here, especially considering the fact that they've just hit 200 combo, then missed. Sakurai is going to be the first to drop for the United States. So we have Zach, Lexi, and Vinci still holding on to their combos. The score is in the United States definitely does have the advantage, but it's not that big of an advantage at the moment. And
Vinci though. And that's going to really kill Germany there. The only combo above 200 goes down, and Ginoshi gets up to 200. No Kuroi trying to stop the bleeding, but the US now going to keep piling on that score advantage. And it's over
Lexi and Zach are
100k.
just doing it right now. They still have the double S, and they're cruising. And this is their ballpark. This is exactly what they like to play
This
in
is
their
their
off time.
bread and butter, man.
You can see that here being reflected. Vinci with another miss there for Germany, and it's starting to look a little bit grim over there. There's very little map left, so a triple miss from the USA should be needed if Germany still wanted to do anything. And even that might be too late already.
Lexi and Zach.
Ooh, Ginoshi there, painful misses, and Vinci missing towards the end again. And as you said, Zach and Lexi just...
That I think the only other teams that performed equally as well on that would be Japan.
Yeah,
That
I wouldn't
was-
know for sure, but yeah, 3 misses there for Sakurai too. Also better than I expected, so nice job there, Andrew. Note Kuroi with this singular miss, very unfortunate, fairly early on in the map, I'm pretty sure. And Vinci struggling a little bit. Well, there's only 3 misses on his hand, but they were very much spread out, meaning that his score didn't reach over 900,000 in the end. Ginoshi actually having a high score with his 9 misses. Yeah, another really good point there for the USA. And Germany is really running out of options. It's match point for the United States, and they can pick right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect this to potentially be a sweep. I thought Germany would at least get some points on the board. But now, for the US, it's all about how do we finish it off here. And I don't know if they want to go with Hard Rock or Double Time here.
Maybe they just want to go for hidden again. I mean, those 2 other hidden picks have worked for them. So why not just go for the third one? Ongaku Resolve. I think Sekiri would be even better on that map too. So,
I mean, I think it would make sense just because they've been playing hidden. And I don't think it'd be a bad choice, but at the same time, that's probably a pick that Germany wants to play. And they're going to go Hard Rock 3, Rainbow Road.
Okay, that's cool too. In the meantime, Norway was actually able to score a point against Canada, so that's 3-1 right now. Finland now leading 2-1, winning on Raindrop Flower. So those matches are still well on the way, still developing, and seemingly there's points from the other team on every one of those other matches. Norway actually scoring a point against Canada is something I did not truly expect. So
let's go. But back to the match at hand. It has been all USA all the way so far. Germany now will have to survive this Hard Rock pick if they want to get another pick and a chance to come back.
Sakura is dropping a very, very ominous warning there. I'm not going to go into that comment, but alrighty. Oh, they're going to make this a debate, aren't they? Look at them. Okay, they don't have the time for it, though. They're starting in 10, so we're going to see Rainbow Road.
Thank you, Tiger Eyes.
Good job, Tiger Eyes.
Good job, Tiger Eyes. Thankfully, that conversation ended. All right, so match point for the United States. Germany facing a potential sweep here. They will need 5 in a row, or it is over.
The Creeper starting with 926,000 points, so that's handy dandy for the United States. Ah, he lost it. That's unfortunate. Quite peculiar to see Ginoshi playing this one. I did not expect him to be here. I'd rather have expected somebody like Inryuka joining the German team, but it's going to be Note Kuroi, Inryuka, and Ginoshi. As for the United States, this is a very obvious setup. Ginoshi actually being the first to miss 2 for Germany, so that's going to give an early advantage to the United States as we move into the first Kiai.
And the United States still looking very comfortable now. Ginoshi, Sekre is going to trade that miss with Ginoshi, so that's going to keep Germany still in touch, but USA will still hold a 1 miss lead.
Yeah, they're slowly working their way back up to 200 combo. It is fairly slow though. There's a lot of long sliders here that don't really add a lot to your combo, as you can see.
It's about 45,000 points in favor of the US right now.
Exactly what I want to say. Bit of a spinner there, and the Daredevils probably would have looked at each other's scores now, realizing that it's still very close in this one.
Yeah, Sekre now getting back up to 200 combo. Everyone's at 200 combo now. Everyone knows that scores are relatively close. And Germany know they gotta hang in there if they want to get this point. But Colin's gonna find a miss in the slow section.
Yeah, I think there were two even. I just noticed that he probably dropped twice, and now he's gonna drop a third time too. So Germany just has to hold on with their current combos. It's looking fairly good.
Oh, but Ryoku, that's gonna bring the US back into it.
Yeah, not entirely though. I think that Germany still has the lead, and they just don't have the combo advantage at the moment. In terms of score, I think they'll be leading by about 20,000.
Yeah, I think the US actually are going to need one more miss.
I think they do. Yeah, one more is required. It's not happening so far. Ooh,
Germany
everybody catching up.
First point.
This might be a comeback.
Germany desperately need the point, and in Ryoku now at 200 combo, so nothing to worry about there as long as Germany can hold it.
Yeah, it's fairly clutch. There's your spinner. And it seems that indeed Germany is going to be able to take up at least 1 point here. So that's their first one on Hard Rock. Nicely played by everybody. Yeah, it was mostly due to the fact that there was literally one miss more on the end of United States for Colin. All in that one part. And Secretary making the comments again. I'm not PG-13.
Yeah, but anyway. Anyway.
Good job to Germany, and
SS coming out from the creeper, but very unfortunate that Colin found those misses in succession there in the middle of the map. Still only 15,000 points. But Germany will get one more pick.
Will they go for another Hard Rock map then? Oh, they were already all played, so you can't really do that anymore.
It's no modern double time. Or
hidden,
or the one
not exactly resolved. But then again, they lost the 2 hidden picks already thus far. I'm not entirely sure. I think they might want to go for no mod in this scenario. Because still, they'll have to win 4 points in a row if they want to win this match, and that's still incredibly unlikely to happen. So you're just kind of extending at this point. And going for a safe option in that sense works quite well. Going for double time right now might trip the Germans up more than they'd want and give USA the advantage they need. It is indeed normal 2. So this map actually, there's 2 ways this is being played. Either big mess ups or big things happen and many FCs get dropped. So I think both USA and Germany are teams that are going to be doing a good job at this, in the sense that they'll probably get close to triple FCs. And I think this is going to come down to the wire, and a single miss might make or break this one map. It's a safe pick, it's no mod, but it's for these players it's very easy for the most part. Especially considering that most of them have quite a lot more experience than some of the newer players we're seeing in this tournament. And this is not a map that is very suited towards newer players, but rather the older players, the old school guys like Zach, Note Kuroi will probably do a lot better. And that's the reason why Zach actually is seemingly playing this map, which doesn't happen too often, and Zach on no one. But both of these teams don't really have super new players that are new to this entire experience of tournament playing. So this should be going quite well for both of these teams. And in before, I'm going to be completely wrong as we see over 20 misses in this lobby. I don't know. We shall see.
Keeping you up to date on other matches, Canada now lead 4-1 over Norway. Finland leading 3-1 over Peru. Anytime you see Zach in on no mod, it's always interesting.
It's always unexpected.
Here we go. Round number 6.
Will this be
Germany's
the final one, or are we going to see some more from Germany?
Their backs are against the wall. They are on the verge of being dethroned from the top of the group by the US. They need 4 in a row.
Okay, and here we go. We are getting started. Everybody's on their way. 2 in the combo. The map is very consistent in the way it plays. The only difference between this and the KI is that the KI is just a little more intense. It's kind of the same sort of gameplay. That's where most misses happen, if any. So we're going to have to wait for that part. That's going to happen over 3 on the combo, I'm pretty sure. It's a short song, though. It's only 2 minutes, so you have 1 KI, 1 chorus, basically, which is the KI, and from there on, it kind of calms down again, and the end of the map isn't that tough at all.
Well, here we go. A slight accuracy advantage for the United States, who's still on the triple double S here.
Other than that, everybody's still holding on to combo, so honestly, anything goes. Here we go, KI. Very little to report so far. Everybody's doing great.
No misses. And the AC advantage is still with the US.
And this might come down to a spinner battle in the end, it seems. I told you guys that the likelihood of the triple FC on either of these 2 teams is fairly high, and it's seemingly going to be proven right in front of our eyes. Good spinners there for the USA. It seems that they're going to take a fairly nice advantage on that. And that might just be all they need.
And that is going to be all she wrote. The United States are going to close this one out.
Well, we're not sure yet. Ooh, Vinci with a note.
007 with the miss at the end. Germany just needed maybe a potential miss, but the US are going to close it out in style with 3 double S's.
Marvmela also missed, like, either at the very start, actually. So that's why they have this lead all the time. 9,000 points is indeed quite a lot for just spinners. So good job to the United States, only conceding 1 point there to Germany. And as I already mentioned, they are not really a high C team. They're rather a top C team in terms of skill. And that's being proven here again. GG well played to both teams, though.
Yeah, and they only dropped 1 point in their entire run in the group stage. There are your winners, the United States. They are going to be your winners in Group E. Germany will advance out of Group E in 2nd place. And we are waiting on who they will play based on the results of Canada-Norway. But we do know that Germany and Chile will be playing.
So far, that match is still ongoing, and seemingly Norway just won another point there. Canada now leading with 4 points, and Canada having 2 in total. I mean, Norway having 2 in total. So that is still well on its way, and I'm actually quite surprised by the performance here of Norway, who I believe to be a weaker team than ever this year. But it's looking fairly alright in this match, at least. Peru just lost their hard rock pick by quite a significant margin. Not entirely sure what happened there. Finland taking a 4th point in that match. Peru only having 1 so far. Not entirely sure if we're going to be swapping over the stream to either of these 2 matches. It is likely that will happen.
It's interesting to see Norway taking points, because they got swept against Chile and Mexico. But we see them putting points on the board against Canada here. So always good to see that.
Correct.
And there is Sisef.
Alrighty, it seems that we are playing as you like it here. which is considered to be one of the hardest maps in this map pool so far. And yeah, some teams really don't play too well on this one. It's a fairly difficult plateau difficulty, especially for double time. It has really rapid movement, fairly high BPM and all. And it's fairly lengthy too. Yeah, everybody saying hi to Canada and Norway. And let us know which team you expect to win, which team you want to win. Both teams are still in the game pretty much. Norway does have very old school players as well included in the team, so tournament nerves shouldn't be all too high for them, and they should be performing alright, and so far they've proven to be doing exactly that against the top seeded Canada.
So Norway now, they're in a tricky spot here. They need 3 points in a row to take the win. Canada match point here. Norway will send in Vanilla, Zazik, and Sisef against Canada's Zerkarian, Fast Yoshi, and Had.
Alrighty, here we go. This is still match point for Canada, so definitely in the leading position with Zazik being the first miss there for Norway. Actually, one of the only new names here in Norway. Maybe it's a name change. I'm pretty sure it isn't though.
And that'll be the only miss at the start of this, so a slight advantage for Canada. Still a triple double S from Canada. 2 FCs remaining on Norway. Fast Yoshi does go down.
Yeah, this is a hard opportunity. We're moving into that PI now.
Oh,
Vanilla is going to miss as well for Fast Yoshi trading that, but he's moving quite weirdly. He's overshooting a lot of these notes, and he barely hits them every single time. Zazik missed as well.
Yeah, Zazik goes down, but Fast Yoshi tanked a lot there. Zazik will miss again right before the break. Now the teams will be able to look and see. It's about 40k advantage for Canada. Halfway through. Only FC remaining is Sisef for Norway. He's going up against Had and Zerkarian. And
very little developments happening over here. Everybody's holding on to their combo quite nicely. Vanilla is going to miss though, as I say that. Zazik now has 2 in a combo again, so that's nice for him. It's not enough though. Canada is leading by about 80,000 points, and that lead doesn't seem to decrease at all with Zazik missing again.
Yeah, now at this point, Norway is going to need to see practically a double or triple miss. It's Sisef, the last FC for Norway. It does give it up. And Canada carrying on with their massive combos. Fast Yoshi going down yet again, but it doesn't matter because no one on Norway has combo. And Fast Yoshi, wait a minute. He just stops. Don't know what happened there.
Not entirely sure either. What is he doing?
I think he's...
Okay, they're acting up a little bit. Zerkarian dropped his combo as well, but that doesn't really matter, it seems, in the end. Norway is not going to be able to take this, despite that weird act of Fast Yoshis. And Canada is going to take it 5-2. Congratulations to them. GG, well played.
And they'll be moving on, and can you believe this, Sartin? We will have United States against Canada in the round of 16.
Oh boy, the Northern Americas. It's going to be war.
War, we tell you. War. But Sisef getting over 1 million points for Norway. A good score from him. Vanilla almost at 1 million as well with 970k. Just unfortunately, Zazik was the one who struggled there. But that is going to end Norway's run in the World Cup.
Well played to Norway, and hope to see you again next year. And I'm very sure that they will make the return probably going to see a lot of these names again as well, since they've been playing for so very long. And GG well played to Canada, and they're going to go to the round of 16, and indeed they're going to play against the USA. We have an update on Finland versus Peru as well. Finland just won the match 5-1, so that's going to wrap that matchup as well. And we have one more match upcoming for this weekend, which is the most important match of the weekend as well. It's going to be Finland versus my boys from the Netherlands in about 18 minutes, that is.
I don't know about the most important, but it is certainly a very important one in
The
Group
most
F,
important, Dolan.
because
I'm
it
telling you.
determines who advances with China out of Group F.
Exactly. So far, we've had China beating everybody, basically. Netherlands just won their match versus Peru 5-1, and Finland just did the same to Peru. So it's going to be a duke out between those two teams, and Finland is a very high low seed, and Netherlands is the lowest high seed. In terms of PP, they're
It was
very
16,
similar.
and I believe we have the seedings over here. Netherlands coming in at number 16, Finland the second highest low seed at number 18. So on paper, this should be a great match, and the winner will play the Philippines in the round of 16.
Correct indeed. And that's not a matchup that a lot of people will like, but advancing through group stage is definitely something that both of these teams will really want to do. So
I also just
guys
realized
for blood.
we're gonna have China-Italy round of 16.
That's pretty crazy too.
That's nuts.
That's going to be a very strong matchup. But that'll be next weekend. So we're going to wait on that. And now we're going to wait another 16 minutes, it seems, for the Netherlands versus Finland to start. So I want to thank you, Dolan, for commentating this one with me. It was nice to be here with you once again. It's been a while since we commentated.
It has been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, pleasure as always. And for the people that sadly cannot watch the following match, you should follow the Osu Live channel if you haven't already. You really should, because you'll get notifications whenever we go live with crazy matches like these, if you click that bell icon, that is. And subscribing or donating always supports the tournaments as well. So if you're feeling generous, you can do that too. That's that. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. With the final match of this weekend. After that, we'll have another showcase for the map pool of the round of 16, and that's going to wrap up the weekend. So hopefully you can join us for those final two things of the weekend. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in 15 minutes. See you then.
contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
beasts as far as the eye can see. A plague on the surface, a disgusting swarm in the skies. With a crash of thunder, a new demon appears. Unfurling its rotten wings, it lets out a petrifying scream.
Look at us being early, everybody. Hi. So, hopefully we didn't scare you away just yet. And you're still here to watch Netherlands versus Finland because the match already is on its way. They've already rolled, so we're immediately going to jump into the match. As you can see, Team Netherlands, Team Finland on your screen. These are the names. We're going to do this at a rapid pace. And I believe that both of these teams will be pretty rapid in their picks and bans and whatnot too. So, should be alright. I'm joined, by the way, by Elix for this match, the final match of the week. And how are you doing, Elix, after your nap?
Oh, feeling mentally reset, feeling hype, feeling good.
That's good to hear. And the more important question, who do you think is going to take this one? Elix.
Honestly, I'm going to say Netherlands, and not just because you're in here.
That's good. That's good. That's what I want to hear.
Okay,
I'm not entirely sure of myself.
Okay, I lied. It's 10%. It's 10% because you're in here. 90% because I truly think they're gonna win.
Okay, fair. I'm not entirely sure how this match will pan out. It's going to be a very close one, I do believe. Again, Netherlands being the lowest high seed this year, and definitely not the strongest team in the high seed, I should sadly admit as well. Whereas Finland is one of the stronger teams in the low seed, being the 18-seeded team versus a 16-seeded team. There's very little difference between these guys. And yeah, it's going to be a very good match, I do believe, if they both play at the very best of their capacities. Alrighty. We have already gotten our pick in. It's Strokers from... no, I'm not looking well. Sorry. But it's Connected. So that's picked by Finland. That's no mod 3. To be expected, honestly. I expect Finland to mostly go for stuff in the no mod bracket because they've been doing that incredibly well. Whereas Netherlands might be going for more mod-ish stuff. So I'm expecting stuff like Hard Rock and Double Time. Without spoiling too much, obviously.
Oh yeah, and that would make sense about why Finland banned Hard Rock 3 Rainbow Road.
Yeah. I do believe that they know that the Netherlands is very steady on that pick, indeed. This map hasn't been played too often Connected. I'm not entirely sure if either of these two teams has played it in previous matches. Finland maybe, because it's their pick, and it's the first pick too. But Netherlands, on the other hand, they have not done this so far, I'm fairly sure. Anyway, we are getting started with the first map of the match.
Everyone holding onto a triple double S so far in this lower section. Slowly approaching that 200 combo mark, all players still maintaining that triple double S. And with that spinner, I do not know who has the score advantage as it's flipping back and forth. It could be a dead set tie.
Yeah, it's looking like it so far. We're halfway through the map. Nobody has dropped as of yet. Ooh, the key eye here. Slip-ups can happen, but wow, this is really close so far.
Not even an accuracy drop from any of these players so far, but Woodpamp is going to be the first one to drop accuracy. Depending on the spinners, that could be a difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, the spinners are going to be very important in this one. Finland, on the other hand, still having triple SSs. Are they all just going to cruise? Nikolai missing right at the end there for Finland, and it's looking like Netherlands might be able to take it due to that one miss. Woodpamp also missing though. It's a bit later though, so that probably won't hurt as much. And they are still leading with about 10,000 points plus because of Nikolai. And it's looking like Netherlands is going to take a break point as their first point of the match.
That was close.
What a good performance for both teams, though. Only one miss for either side. Very well played by both. And this is looking to be an insane match.
Oh yeah, it is. Netherlands able to squeeze out a victory there as Nikolai missed about 43 combo before Woodpamp did, so that allowed Netherlands to get a little bit more score advantage as all of their players were still above 200 combo when that miss happened.
Alright, the Netherlands going to go for Hard Rock 1 as their pick, being Raindrop Flower. Seems very sensible indeed. Netherlands are definitely having quite the Hard Rock roster available this time round. Finland, on the other hand, maybe a tad bit less comfortable with it.
And though it's as you predicted, both teams just rapid firing these picks.
Oh yeah, they know what they want to play for sure.
Oh yeah. So how many people you predict gonna miss the first couple jumps?
I'm not entirely sure. These jumps have been hit by a lot of players recently, so it's not uncommon to just see a triple FC in the beginning for either team. But I'm gonna say like 1 or 2 people are gonna mess up, just slightly like that. Not a big mess up, just a little mess up.
Just a little, just a little.
Little mess, yeah. Bit of a mishap. That's all.
And all it takes is just a tiny mess up in order to lose a point, especially in group stages. So we see
We're getting
Cello,
some shout outs here.
Cello, Tanairu, and Dutchman for Netherlands. Jonsku, Nikolai, and Kaguya for Finland.
Again, names that are fairly familiar to most of us throughout OC history. These are all not super new players per se. Dutchman and Kagi are from like the newer generation, so would you consider maybe Jonsku. But they won't be doing too terribly on this map for sure. Firstly, this is their third match of the day already. I think... Oh no, did Finland play twice today? I think they did as well. Yeah, so they're all playing all their matches on Sunday. And so they're very much warmed up and they know what's at stake. So they're going to try their very hardest to do whatever they can here.
Oh yeah, and
I'm expecting good scores once again.
Finland had a last-second substitution. Nikolai getting replaced with Nuksu.
And that might be it. I think they're readying up. Jonsku seems to be AFK. Probably not having readied up yet. I love how both Finland and Netherlands just inform the teammates in the most blunt way and just full capsing, speaking their own language. Love to see it.
Yelling at him, turn on Hard Rock and ready up.
Yeah, exactly. They're having fun though. I'm very sure that both of these teams are going to have a lot of fun this match.
Oh yeah, even though it's a tournament, most important thing in all this is to have fun in the end.
Exactly. Winning is cool, but having fun is even better.
And our referee, Tiger Eyes, is asking Finland if they have another player at the ready.
Yeah, they're taking a little long here because usually you only get 2 minutes before you need to be locked in after a map has been picked, but we're already waiting for, I think, over 3 minutes over here. I mean, I think Tiger Eyes has a bit of leeway here because it's the last match of the day, etc., but he's probably gonna force a swap here on Jonsku as he's stuck.
Ooh, yeah, he's stuck outside of the multi-lobby, apparently.
Okay.
That's a bit interesting. See if kicking him out works.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate to have the Finnish team miss out on one of their players for Hard Rock just because he's bugging outside of a multiplayer lobby, so hopefully they can add him after all. He's not getting the invites. Oh, that's weird.
He might have to do a hard reset on the game.
That's peculiar. Not sure.
That
Maybe
really
he's
is.
like silenced or something, but hopefully that's not the case.
Hopefully not.
So yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit before we go on our merry way once again.
And it would appear that Leno is going to be coming in for Johnsku. Good luck's on the chat. Start command is in the chat. We're about to get this second map underway. No players opting to choose for that hidden modifier, just sticking with the base Hard Rock.
Early miss there for Lino. Actually, Kaguya as well. Tornaira also missing for the Netherlands, so it's looking like Finland actually has a very little bit of an advantage here. Yeah, this map is really weird.
Oh yeah.
Playstyle definitely not. It's definitely not something that most people are used to in their playstyles, and definitely not something that people often play. It's also not even AR10, I'm pretty sure, as it's AR7 without Hard Rock, meaning that would convert to 9.8. So a bit of a slow Hard Rock in that sense. Just really spacious, and the song supporting it is very calm and like deadly calm in a sense too.
Deadly calm to go with some of these snappy jumps as Noxu misses, and that's going to give Netherlands the score advantage. Ooh, and Noxu dropping again at the halfway point, and that's just going to keep the score building in favor of the Netherlands as we're slowly approaching 100,000.
Yeah, solid performance so far from Netherlands. Noxu trying to pick his game up.
Dutchman's going to drop.
And that's going to even out a little bit. I think Netherlands will still have the advantage, especially looking at the fact that they are leading by about 50,000 points now. We are already 3/4 into the map as well, so that means any drop for either team here can be quite detrimental. I think Finland just needs one more drop from the Netherlands to come back here. It's going to have to happen soon. Nothing happening so far. Incredible performance from almost all players here.
Dutchman back up to 200 combo towards the end of the map, and it will not appear that Finland has enough map left.
Nope. They're just gonna cruise to the finish line, all of them, and there you go. Netherlands taking his second point here on their own pick. Simply comes down to a single miss more on the end of Noxu, I think.
Cello with that double S.
Very nice performance there for Cello, indeed. Very consistent tournament player, indeed. And that's gonna give Finland the right to pick next.
See Chatty coming in for Netherlands. And if you're Finland, you gotta be wondering, you lost your Nomad pick. And Netherlands got a pick off Hard Rock, so do you stick with your plan and keep going with Nomad?
I think, honestly, if I were in the Finnish position here, I would. Because I'm a Dutch supporter, but empirically speaking, when you're looking at the past multi-lobbies of the previous 2 matches, it seems that Finland most of the time is stronger on no mod than the Netherlands. They're not going to opt for that strategy though. They're going to go for Chandi Kaipi, something that only gets played on stream, it seems. Barely ever gets picked except for when it's on stream. And interestingly enough, neither of these teams are hidden powerhouses, honestly. So it's a peculiar pick for Finland to go against the grain like this. Arguably, they have a few better hidden players over there in Finland, but mostly they are acclimated to the newer maps, new meta, faster maps, and not 8.4 stuff like this. So, bit of a weird choice, but it could work out really well. Honestly, Netherlands is definitely not the strongest of hidden teams in this tournament.
Oh yeah, and the key thing that most people tend to stay away from this map is that approach rate, AR 8.4. You need to really slow yourself down in order to play this and maintain a combo with hidden. You speed up too much, and you're gonna find yourself just barely finding a few misses. We see Cello, Chatty, and Kevriel. And for Netherlands, Botburger coming in. Naksu dropping out, Kaguya staying in for Finland, and Nikolai is going to be that last player to round out that Finland team for this hidden 1 pick.
Yeah, 2 swaps here for both teams. Only Kaguya and Cello staying in the lobby. And it seems that we're getting started already. Here we go. Kaguya there with the first miss. A lot of misses happened this initial part here, from what I've seen in past multi-lobbies.
Oh yeah, especially if you're staying in after a higher approach rate map, it's hard to just kind of reset and slow yourself down in that beginning.
But so far, Solo has been doing this quite handily-dandly, and Kaguya has been picking up with a combo as well. And honestly, everybody's performing really well solo there.
And that is going to be huge as Kaguya just gets up to that 200 combo mark. Chatty, Botburger, Cello, all trading misses. Score advantage Finland right now.
Yeah, Nikolai still doing really well with the double S. Kevro also doing his best for the Netherlands, but it's not really working out so far. Botburger with another miss is going to slow down progress on the end of Finland. But Netherlands will need to see a miss from either Nikolai or Kaguya in order to secure a point here. Stello is going to miss once again, though, and that's going to slow down any sort of progression there for the Netherlands.
But Nikolai and Kev are going to trade misses. Kaguya, the only one above that 200 combo mark. Chatty right behind them, though, as Nikolai finds another miss. Kaguya's dropped.
Kaguya with a miss, though. Oh, and that's going to be pretty important. Ooh. As you can see, Netherlands is climbing back up. Everybody catching that pattern. There's Nikolai with another miss. And it seems that it's going to go back to Netherlands. Ooh, the Solo's miss is going to stop that. But it's extremely close. Another miss for Finland might give it to the Netherlands.
But Nikolai's going to drop.
He is indeed, and this is going to be extremely close. The map is so close to finishing. Double miss there for Botburg, and Cello is actually going to pay the Netherlands. A triple miss there for Finland.
And that's going to seal it for Netherlands. At the end, Finland just cannot hold on to their combo advantage.
Yeah, that just fell apart.
Practically handing that point over to the Netherlands at the end. You hate to see it happen. See Kevraw with that 1 miss. Amazing platter control throughout that entire map. So the curveball hidden pick by Finland does not pay off for them as Netherlands is now up 3-0.
It was very close, honestly, and it looked for the longest time that Finland would very handily take that pick, but it didn't work out in the end due to those weird misses from both Kaguya and Nikolai. Very unexpected. And that's going to secure Netherlands their 3rd points. Finland being driven into a corner already.
And Netherlands going with Hard Rock 2, Rampage, finishing off the Hard Rock pool. And if Finland can catch a break point here, they're at least gonna be sitting not worse for wear, as all Hard Rock maps are gonna be out, and it's gonna be their pick, but it is Hard Rock, and Netherlands did win that first Hard Rock pick, so. Cello to Nairu and Dutchman for Netherlands. Leno.
Very underrated song as well, by the way.
Oh yeah, Leno, Noxu and Kaguya for Finland, and very underrated indeed.
Yeah, some roster swaps indeed for both teams, and not entirely sure how Finland will perform in this one. Looking at the track record, it should be a point for Netherlands if they do play as they have. But then again, we didn't expect Netherlands to take the hidden pick either, so...
Yeah, that's true. Though, kind of expected to see if Jonsku was able to get his... get their situation with the game client fixed, but it appears not. Highly unfortunate. Just waiting for the client to sync everybody up here. And here we go.
We have an early miss there for tonight. No, we don't. Okay, never mind me. That was me looking weirdly at the clients. Everybody holding on to combat. As we move into a bit of a different section, these jumps are very spacious. You can see you can very easily trip up on these if you're a bit nervous, which I assume both teams are still at this stage. Admittedly, Netherlands has a nice lead at the moment, but they cannot be lazy at any point. And we have a miss from Noxu actually, which I completely missed there. Completely flew under the radar. He's almost back at 200 combo even, but didn't notice that. My apologies. That's actually going to give the advantage to Netherlands for now, almost approaching that halfway point.
And barring that one miss from Noxu, all players navigating through this slower portion of the map quite easily, getting back more to the fast pace, more into the flowy section as we're approaching the final 4th of the map, and Noxu's going to drop.
Really painful drop there indeed, as Netherlands is still holding on to triple FC so far. Absolutely performing to their best here.
Dropping again.
Cello and Tsunari are both going to miss though, so that's actually going to shift the combo advantage in the hands of Finland, but it's dropped by a lot. Yeah, exactly. Double miss there. Doesn't seem to be making too much of a difference so far though. They're still leading, even though that lead is slowly decreasing. Noxu missing again though. It's looking like Netherlands will again take the points here. Cello with another miss towards the end.
But there's not that much map left. It's gonna be Netherlands' point. 4-0 match point. Finland's choice, so not in the worst position that they can be in. Yeah, they're facing match point, but it is their pick. They can at least somewhat control the flow of how the rest of this match is gonna turn out. 3 double S's on the board: Dutchman, Lino, and Kaguya.
Now we can see what Finland's final plan is here at match point. This is unexpected though. This is a very unexpected turn of events. I did expect Finland to at least have gotten a few points by now, but it's looking like Netherlands is, not by a lot, but they are beating them out on every single occasion they have here.
And if you're Finland, you've tried no mod, couldn't find an answer there. Tried hidden, barely lost out on that hidden pick, and hard rock's out of the question. So do you go back to no mod, your original plan, or do you go double time? Try and mix things up a little bit like we've seen with that hidden pick.
Double time is more of a coin flip between these two, so definitely not something that either team is too comfortable on. Honestly speaking, if I were Finland, once again, I would still go for either hidden or no mod, despite the fact that you've already lost 2 of them. When you're looking at this map card bunch, it's still better for them to be trying these mods because they're not going to be winning on Hard Rock for sure. And double time, again, is more of a coin flip, whereas no mod and hidden were just 2 kind of unfortunate occasions here in the match so far for Finland, but they do have a higher chance of winning either of those. I would say like 70% chance, right? So they are going to do that. They're going to go for Fragile here. Also a map that has seen quite a lot of full combos so far in the tournament. And maybe this track record will continue, considering that both of these 2 teams had incredible no-mod play at the start of the match too.
And maybe this is the change that they need, as Jonesku finally getting their game issues fixed and joining us in the multi-lobby. Better late than never, I suppose. Cello, Chatty, and Kefrol. And for Netherlands, Jonesku, we've been waiting for them for a minute. Nikolai and Kaguya for Finland. Will Jonesku be the deciding factor Finland needs to get back into this match? Or will Netherlands be able to make it a 5-0 sweep?
We're gonna have to take a look at that as they're gonna get started in about 1 second, I believe.
Yep, start.
I was lying!
In chat.
There you go. We're on our way. Match points for the Netherlands. Finland's gonna have to crawl back up 5 points. Honestly, if anything, it's very unlikely that they're gonna win by now. But if any matchup allows for such a weird climb back to glory, this is one of those. Finland could potentially still take this. And that's not to hype you guys up. I'm very realistic in that sense. But Finland has had a very close call so far only in this match. Cello here with the first miss for Netherlands is going to give the early lead to Finland.
Oh yeah, in this group stages, you can expect to see anything happen in group stages. Barring that early miss from Cello, all players getting up to that 200 combo mark quite easily. Cello just now catching up with everyone else. That's going to stop the bleeding a little bit. About a 20,000, somewhere around there, 20,000 score difference in favor of Finland right now.
Correct indeed. We're going to have to wait for the Ki because that's the same as this basically in terms of how it plays, but it's just a little bit more difficult. The space is going to be
Chatty's going to drop.
A little bigger indeed. Chatty's going to drop twice before that actually.
And this is the break that Finland needed to get back into this match.
Yeah, looking very solid so far for Finland indeed, and as expected, they're probably going to try and triple FC this. Already leading by over 100,000 points.
Cello with another miss. Drop, and that's just going to have that score difference continue growing in Finland's favor.
That's very likely going to cement the win here as Cello keeps on missing. Sadly can't find his footing. And the score difference is too big for Netherlands to overcome at this point.
Reaching about 200,000 now.
And I think that's going to be your first point for Finland. Yeah, triple FC, well done by them. And Netherlands is going to have to continue this match. 6 misses there for Chatty, 3 for Cello, and we only have FCs for Finland. 2 double S's and a S rank there for Jonesku. only missing out on 1 droplet. Also, a full combo from Kevrel though, but that's not going to pull enough weight.
So it is Netherlands' pick, and they do have match points, so...
Yeah,
they
correct.
go-
There's still plenty of options.
Oh yeah. 1 Nomad left, 2 Hiddens, and the entire double time pool left to choose.
I'm definitely feeling a double time pick being upcoming here. Again, those Hard Rock and double time are definitely the stronger mods for the Netherlands compared to Finland. Finland making a wise decision on playing Nomad there. Again, they are probably stronger in most cases on Nomad and Hidden, but they have had 2 pretty bad runs in this match, leading to that 4-0 result so far. They could still try and turn it around, but it's going to be rough for them to beat 2 Dutch picks as well. I can completely see them like run it back if they were only to play Nomad and Hidden from here on out, but that's not the scenario that they are currently finding themselves in.
That entire double time pool is still wide open. And there we go, Chatty, Netherlands.
Okay, we're not doing a tactical timeout.
We're choosing double time 1, as you like it, the slower of the double time picks.
Still a really difficult one. It's definitely the most difficult double time we have in this map pool.
Oh yeah, even though it's the slowest double time pick, the spacing between some of those patterns makes it really difficult.
A bit of a wink from the Dutchies to play a Dutch map, which could be their final map of the game. Again, Netherlands still holding on to that match point, and Finland has so much work to do right now. It's all or nothing.
Woodpamp coming in for Netherlands, Botburger coming in for Finland. We see Chatty and Woodpamp just reminding all players that they are having to manually put on no fail for this.
Exactly. Sometimes I went wrong this weekend. It's unfortunate when it happens. But indeed, we have the forced no-fail rule. And here we go. We are gonna get started on the 6th map of the match. Netherlands pick.
And Woodpamp with an early miss.
Maybe the nerves kicking in, especially since he hasn't played the past 2 or 3 maps, I'm pretty sure. So he's gonna have to get a bit acclimated again. On the other hand, Finland is doing very solidly so far, as we're gonna move into that first PI soon, where most misses tend to happen.
Woodpamp joining their teammates now at that 200 combo mark, stopping the bleeding for Netherlands. Score's gonna even out.
Alright, and here we go into that first PI. Wonky movement from a few players, but everybody is holding on. Oh, this is impressive to see. There's very little to comments about, but yeah, everybody's actually holding on, and now they can see each other's scores too.
Oh yeah, and Finland knowing that they just gotta continue holding on throughout the rest of this map, and they're going to take the point. The Netherlands looking to steal the deal, so as we see Woodpamp, despite that early miss, holding strong.
Exactly, he's definitely gotten back at it nicely.
But
he's gonna miss now though.
And that is huge for Finland to get back into this as Chatty drops as well.
Too.
Woodpamp.
Impressively, Finland is holding on to triple FC still.
Triple double S at that.
Even trying the best in these spinners, not giving any inch to the Netherlands here on their own pick. Yeah, Woodpamp's movement is a little bit wonky indeed. Jonsku's going to be the first to miss Finland. So is Botburger. Okay, so there's developments here, right at the end still. You see,
Celo's gonna drop though. That's huge for Finland.
Yeah, that's gonna slow down progress or stop it really.
Woodcamp trading.
Instead of Kage with the double S though. No misses now for the last 150 notes. So a bit of an asymmetrical stream now. But
Kage
Finland's
dropping
taking
at
a
the
very
end
nice
there.
point.
Finland taking a break point on Netherlands' pick when it was match point. Finland now 2, Netherlands 4. It is Finland's pick.
Again, like I said, Finland, if there's any sort of potential for a run back from 4-0, this is one of those matches where it could actually manifest. And so far, progress has been good. 2 wins there for Finland, both with a score difference of over 100,000 points, I'm pretty sure. They're playing really well still, and they are not giving up quite yet, and they shouldn't. Next pick is for them as well, so again, I expect either no mode 4 to be picked, which is a convert, or hidden, which is more likely. No, they're gonna go for
double
DT.
time 3, the double time convert.
Okay, so they're gonna try something else here. But honestly speaking, considering how they won by over 100,000 points in that previous double time pick, this is fairly sensible. So, no complaints from me anyway.
Why fix something that appears not be broken?
And that's true. So this is the convert double time pick. I think this is the easiest double time pick in the map pool we have. And yeah, I wonder how this is going to pan out. Again, Finland's not being known for being really strong at double time. Netherlands isn't either per se, but most of the time Netherlands should theoretically be a tad bit better. They're having fun though, that's nice to see. Netherlands hands trembling, being said by Botberger, trying to intimidate them just a little bit. And that's all good fun. Let's go with the 7th map of the match.
Finland looking to stay alive in this pick.
So far, so good, everybody. Catching their first pattern. Kagia's got to miss out there. Celo's going to trade it. Yeah, there was a weird miss for Kage. He just didn't move his catch towards the right there to catch that the 3-note pattern.
Ooh, and Chatty's going to drop, and that is going to swing the score in favor of Finland as they're starting to run away with this.
Yeah, solid performance from everybody else. So John, Scoop, Botberger, Whoopam doing really well here so far. Chatty's back at 200 now. Score difference of about 40,000 points.
And at the break, Finland sees that they are indeed in the lead, and they just got to maintain this momentum. Celo's gonna drop.
They're gonna maintain it indeed if Celo misses like that. Netherlands gonna need at least 2 or 3 drops now.
Chatty's gonna drop. Woodpamp's gonna drop as well, followed by
that
Chatty, and
kills
this is
it, I think,
huge.
for Netherlands. Yeah.
Unless we see a triple drop from Finland here, and they're all holding strong, but a double miss on Finland.
Not gonna be enough
Hold
though.
on.
They're gonna need some more than that. The double miss is definitely still safe for Finland.
Woodpamp back up to that 200 combo.
Netherlands has a slight combo advantage here, but it's not really that big. As you can see, the score is still very much in favor of Finland, and that's probably going to remain this way unless there's going to be a triple miss like right this second. That doesn't seem to be the case. Netherlands really going to concede another point here.
Yeah,
Giving Finland their
Botberger.
third.
nerves of steel despite both their teammates dropping.
Seems like Botburger's intimidation worked there.
It appears so, as Botburger's the lone full combo in the map.
Well played to him. Very nice play there. Finland taking their 3rd point, and this is getting a little scary for Netherlands now after that initial 4-0 lead. They're gonna have to pick now, and if they lose again, it's gonna be...
Hidden 3. Ooh,
Oh.
another convert. Another convert.
Oh, that's interesting. Hidden by Netherlands, so the tables have turned completely. Netherlands is actually opting for what I would consider to be Finland's strongest suit, whereas Finland has done some very nice double time action just now, twice in a row too. And is this an act of desperation for Netherlands? I'm not entirely sure.
Zello, Chatty, and Kev wanting to finish this out. They were up 4-0, but Finland is crawling back. Botburger, Kaguya staying in, waiting for that 3rd player for Finland to come in.
Finland should be feeling quite good now, actually, as they are now on the streak. They've completely broken Netherlands' streak and probably damaged their morale quite a lot as well while they were at it. And this is not a super comfy pick for the Netherlands at all. They've kind of forced them to go this deep into the map pool already, which could lead to quite a result for Finland. Maybe forcing that tiebreak after all.
Yeah, Nikolai being that 3rd Finnish player to come in. But man, Sartin, just as soon as we thought it was going to be a 5-0 sweep, Finland answers back with 3 points, and suddenly we have a match. Start command is in. Good lucks are in the chat.
Here we go. Kagara Nakibara Juji. Excuse my perfect Japanese. And here is our 8th map of the match. Best of 9, so you can tell what's going to happen if Finland takes this one. We're going to be playing some Muzzy. But first they are going to have to pull through. This is Netherlands' pick after all. Big miss there for the entire team though. Nikolai the only one to drop on the end of Finland, so we're off to a good start for Finland.
It was early in the map, but Cello and Kev dropping again. Nikolai dropping, and Kaguya's gonna drop.
Stella missing again though, not finding any sort of footing here. Botburger the only one left with a full combo. Again, Botburger pulling a lot of weight here. Chatty back at 200.
And perhaps this is where nerves start coming into play.
I am very sure that the Dutch team is very nervous at the moment. I feel like Finland is not quite on the same level of nerve.
All players up to 200 combo. Halfway point reached. Finland with the slight score advantage.
I think that everybody on the end of the Netherlands is now kind of acclimated to the hidden map. Seemingly everybody holding on to fair combos. Ooh, this is a pretty tricky pattern. It's going to be a double miss for Netherlands. Again, Finland is going to run away with it now. And I have a feeling that's your tiebreaker coming soon.
Going to drop, but Cello is going to trade that drop, and as we're approaching the last fourth of the map, Eva's going to drop, and this tiebreaker is looking more and more likely.
There's very little chance for Netherlands to come back here. I don't even think it's possible, considering that Bobberg is doing really good here. Nikolai 600. Sella just doesn't quite perform on the same level at the moment. Kevrel with another miss. That's going to be so muzzy, it seems.
And chat, we have tiebreaker hype. Finland facing down the barrel, 4-0, have came back and scored 4 unanswered points to force a tiebreaker. Wow.
What a nice comeback there for Finland. And that's what I'm telling you guys. Finland they could do something like this. I
Wow.
warned you guys that it's very unlikely for comebacks like this to happen, but when they happen, I can sort of smell them, and this was one of those cases. And look at the point we've landed at. 4-4 scoreboard. We're going to play a tiebreaker for our final match of today, and the final match of the entire group stage.
And what other way to close out groups than with a tiebreaker? And Kaguya calling for the tactical timeout.
Oh, he's
And
going to
you-
do that. Okay.
Ooh. And you gotta imagine that Finnish team. They probably weren't expecting that they would be able to bring it back from the brink of destruction, and now they have to be through the roof. But they are needing to control and compose themselves.
I think Netherlands is going to have to do that more so, actually.
That is true. That
I
is
don't
true.
think Netherlands had expected a tiebreaker to happen anymore after that 4th point they got.
Though, to be honest, I don't think no one was.
Perhaps nobody, yeah, but... Ooh, if I were in this situation, I would be feeling absolutely terrible right now for the Netherlands, but yeah. That's what we're at. Finland is probably feeling quite good in this, considering that they are now on a 4-win streak. So they're moving into this last map better than the Netherlands. A very scary match in that sense. So get all of your friends in, get everybody who you know who plays OC, who doesn't play OC, and to check out this wonderful final map of the day of this group stage. One of the hypest matches of the weekend, it seems, and we're gonna go out with a bang.
Our amazing referee, Tiger Eyes, just letting that Finnish team know that because it is the tiebreaker, there is no tactical timeout. It's just going to be the 2 minutes that comes with the map, and then he will be forced to start it.
Those are indeed the lyrics, hello. Well typed. Okay. Suomi versus Netherlands. Final point here. The GLs are being dropped, and wow. What do you think is going to take it, Elix?
I don't know. I don't know. Botburger. So far with the Nerves of Steel being MVP in back-to-back picks, leading the way for Finland.
Correct, indeed. Botberg definitely having quite the dominant presence here in this lobby. He's gonna try that again for the tiebreaker. On the end of Netherlands, we have Chatty, Salo, Dutchman playing with Nikolai Botberger Kaguya for Finland.
And the start command is in. Final good lucks being dropped. And chat, it's
Who's gonna
tiebreaker
make
time.
it to the next round? Who's gonna do it? It's either Netherlands or Finland. They can't both go. One of them will have to leave after this one map. We have 5 more minutes of either Netherlands or Finland.
5
Good
minutes
luck.
of glory. And here we go. Spinner battle to start it off. Slight
Yeah,
score advantage in favor of Finland.
There's one spinner trap towards the end of the intersection too, so peculiarly we've actually seen a lot of drops on that specific part from a lot of people. It's gotta be nerve-wracking for all players, this.
Oh yeah, especially with the slow slider start.
Here we go. Second spinner. Seems that Finland is a little bit stronger on those spinners. Wow, I'm on the edge of my seat.
.200 combo. Third spinner.
Okay, we're gonna build up a little bit here. First snap of the map. This intro's grueling for either team too. It's weird to go from this intro into the snap fest that is the rest of the map. So far, no breaks yet.
Oh yeah, and not just comparing this intro with the rest of the map, but the nerves that all players have to be feeling in this slow section.
And that's also the reason why so many breaks happen around this point. Still, nobody in either of these two teams is gonna conform to that rule. Well, Berg and Nikolai Kagia still all doing really well with the double S's, and so does the Netherlands. Dutchman, Shadi, Salo.
And it is
Now
a
we're building up.
six-way double S as we lead into this build-up.
The first miss for Bob Berger there, he stood still for like a second or so, a good second. That made him miss a few notes. Netherlands here with the early lead. And this is where the drops are truly going to start happening, I do feel like. Yes, it's only Bob Berger so far.
Halfway point, only Botburger with that one drop.
Incredible plays from everybody else so far.
Botburger back up to 200 combo, stopping that bleeding.
We have a difference of 30,000 points-ish right now for the Netherlands. A little lower than that, actually. It was a very unfortunate part for Bob Berger to drop on just now. Everybody's doing so well, though. Yeah, we still have full combos for everybody else. We move into the second chorus.
And that combo is just getting higher
Bob
and higher.
Berger again! And Netherlands is slowly getting away with that score bar. Moving into the 1,000 combo range.
4-digit combos.
And Salo with the
the
miss
drop,
there for Netherlands.
but it's not going to be enough for Finland. They're going to need at least one more.
Salo missing big there. I think that was lag too. I have a feeling that Bob Berger also lagged on that first miss. And that's what I feel like happened to both of these players. Very weird spot to miss on, and they just stood still there. Oh, this is nerve-wracking.
Oh,
Salo coming in with
dropping,
Nikolai
dropping.
failing though. Almost failing. We have no fail on
Dutchman
though, so that
dropping.
won't matter. Dutchman dropping again.
The score's
Salo not holding on
Dutchman
though.
dropping again. Dutchman collapsing there in that section.
And Finland still took over the lead right at the end of the map. Salo and Dutchman again with the misses, and it seems that Finland is going to run away with it right at the end of the game.
Just when you thought none of the Netherlands players were gonna drop, Salo Dutchman with the unfortunate series of misses at the end.
It looked so solid, but this part is like pretty much unmissable. Everybody's just gonna hold on to their combos here, I do feel like. Shadi and Kagi are the only ones left with a full combo.
There's not enough map left. There's not enough map left, Sarton.
It seems that Finland is gonna pull it off indeed. Can't fail Kaguya with a miss towards the end, but it's way too late at this point.
5 unanswered points by Finland. Netherlands were up 4-0, and Finland answers 5 points to steal this match away from the
What
Netherlands.
an incredible game. I'll admit,
Wow.
I'll be a bit sour for the rest of the evening. I'm Dutch. I'll be a bit sour, but that is an incredible comeback from Finland, and that is such a good game played by them. After the enormous
Wow.
pressure of being behind 4-0, coming back and making a 5-4 victory. That is
Wow.
insane. That barely ever happens.
Wow.
Incredible play from Finland, and congratulations on advancing to the next round as the Netherlands is going to bite the dust.
What
Again.
in the world did we just witness? Chatty, the lone full combo on the board, but just not enough for that Netherlands team to edge it out. Wow, and there are your victors, ladies and gentlemen. The comeback of a lifetime. 5 unanswered points. Went from facing down the barrel a match point to 5 unanswered points is Finland. I'm in disbelief right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm just kind of staring at the screen right now, and I'm just really impressed by Finland's performance on those last 5 maps. This barely ever happens. This kind of stuff barely ever happens, and it happened today as our final match of the day as well. So, well played to Finland.
What a way to close out groups.
What a way to close our groups indeed. Also, thank you Vexakita for this sub train. Lots of subs being gifted there. And that's going to conclude the group stage, seems. Netherlands biting the dust. Finland is going to advance to the next round, and they'll be playing against the Philippines. So,
and what a way to advance it is. Good luck against the Philippines. That is a tough Philippines roster.
Indeed. Well played to them. And that's going to conclude the matches for this weekend. And I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. We are not quite done yet, though. One more thing incoming now. For those interested, the map pool showcase of the round of 16 will be upcoming. Not entirely sure whether we can swap to that immediately, but I do feel like we can. It seems that the commentators for that are ready as well. We're gonna have some We're gonna have the background soundtrack of JB Hyperion and Sakurai for the map pool showcase. So you will all know what what you need to do for next week and what you'll need to prepare, or you can just hang out, listen to some nice tunes, and you know, be a bit of a community together. We're lovely, right, as a community. I mean,
Oh yeah, Sakurai and JBH2 really experienced mappers, and I am looking forward to listening to their input on this round of 16 pool.
Correct. I do hope for a nice map pool. I'm very much looking forward to some nice commentary from our friends. Yeah, thanks for watching the matches anyway, everybody. If you liked it, we'll be back with more matches next week, obviously, for the round of 16. And if you don't want to miss out on any of those, you should follow the channel. You can even click on a bell icon, and that will get you an email every single time we go live, so you won't be missing out on any of the action. And next week, we'll also very likely have banners available for sale.
Oh, yeah,
Pretty
that's
cheap.
right. Banners.
Yeah, banners. I'm going to plug them right now. And that means that you will be able to support your favorite team with a nice little plaque on your profile. So you should check that out whenever they're up. Anyhow, I think we're swapping out. Thank you so much, Elix, for joining us.
Always a pleasure, Certain. Always a pleasure.
Nice to see you come back after the nap and decide to hop on and have some fun for the final match of today.
Oh,
Incredible
yeah,
play by Finland once again. Congratulations to them. Yeah, we're going to swap out, I think. That's us for the weekend. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a good one. And have fun with the map pool showcase that's upcoming right now. See ya.
Hello everybody, hope you stuck around the few minutes while we took a little bit to get us set up on the way for this map pool showcase for the round of 16. I'm JB Hyperion back once again, joined by Seka. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Man, that last match was... Whew, that was you just can't take your eyes off that one, honestly.
Yeah, reverse sweep, huh? Wasn't expecting that one. Gonna have lots to talk about in our recaps next week. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think anybody could have expected a reverse sweep. And that was the only low seed that we have advancing to the
So
next
we're
round.
keeping up the history of Catch World Cups always having at least one low or unseeded team advancing. So congratulations, Finland. It was destiny.
Yeah, but anyways, we're going to be getting right started with the map pool showcase. That map pool showcase that everybody's been waiting for. So here we have the first map of the map pool showcase, Nomad 1. Our first custom map from Yumeno Himiko. It's going to be Monster Siren, MSR, Alan Day, Jason Walsh, Operation Pyrite.
We had a pretty long song title in the previous round with Nomad 3, and this one is challenging that one.
Yeah, lots of art.
And you can see this is 4 minutes long, or just below, 132 BPM, and has a high approach rate of 9.6 for a round of 16, which is a little bit surprising. But it's going to feature some 1/3 patterns as well.
Yeah, usually we don't see 9.6 until probably quarterfinals, I'd say, even, because last round I think the highest Nomad we had was, what, 9.1 on a rain? So this is a really huge jump. That's kind of unexpected, I'd say.
Yeah, we did have a little bit more in the hard rock pool, like there were several AR-10s. So I guess they're just kind of amping up the difficulty on everything a little bit based on what we've seen in previous years. This is going to be offset slightly by the lower CS value, or the larger fruits, I guess, of 3.2, which makes it a little bit easier to kind of preempt your movements from one object to the next and not miss slider ends and circles.
Do see some of these bigger stack streams coming in. That was quite a long little break there. I think this part with the AR 9.6 can be pretty challenging for this round.
Yeah, it has a lot of the feel that a lot of kind of lower BPM or lower density hard rock maps have, where you kind of need to do a little bit of memorization in these slower sections as to where the next note is, because if you're trying to read it by reacting, it's often going to become too fast and you're going to be too late, which is a bit of a problem. Not, I guess, too much in a longer song like this. As I said, it's close to 4 minutes, so a single combo break is not hugely punishing, but still, the more misses you can avoid and the longer you can keep that combo going, obviously, the better. A lot of hyper dashes into kind of vertical sliders here. Kind of a lot of potential I see for over dashing those in particular. A lot of the fact that they're kind of slightly slanted, which is a pattern that I'm very familiar with and I use a lot in my maps, where you want to just kind of stand still because you know it's a roughly vertical slider. But if you're over dashing from hypers a little bit, then you can get a case where you catch the first fruit and the other one just falls over the edge of the plate, which is such a really, really demoralizing feeling.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit painful. And we see in this slow part, there's no hyper dashes at all. Just going to be a bit more dashes. You also see some 1.4 hyper dashes coming in, I believe these are. Either that or they're 1.6. Can't really tell with this BPM.
There's some really high density coming in here as well. I mean, failing is not going to be too much of an issue because no fail is forced in this year's tournament, but still a large capacity and a large potential to drop lots of score with density like that. Like one miss can often lead into many misses if you miss one of those stacks.
A lot more farther hyper dashes than this last part as well, kicking up the intensity quite a bit.
And a nice little spinner to finish things off, which could decide very close matches either way. But yeah, that is going to be No Mod 1 for our round of 16 map pool. No Mod 2 is going to be Paranoia Revolution. This is another custom map from Ascendance, coming in at a much shorter 1 minute and 46 seconds. This is approach rate 9.4, so slightly slower than the previous pick, but circle size 4.2 is much more reminiscent of a kind of meta overdose style.
Oh yeah, those little patterns right there, I don't know if you catch those, but it seemed a bit harsh as well. Seeing these 1-4 hyper dashes into the 1/2 anti-float dashes, those can be very tricky if you're not fast enough to be able to snap back in time. And also those little walk 1-4 strings.
Ooh, I do like little stacked stairs and things like that. Some of these 1/4 hyper dashes into like half regular dash direction changes look like they could be quite punishing if you're not paying very close attention.
There's a little wiggle there too that you can walk. Wonder how many people are going to be wiggling that instead of walking it.
A difficulty I see with this map is that there's a lot of kind of hyper dashes where you're forced to stop and then do like a tap direction change in the same direction. So it's slightly more uncomfortable movement type. And if you just hold the dash throughout, then you're going to miss that second set of objects. But obviously if you stand still, you're not going to be able to tap to move to that second object there.
Yeah, you know, this map is kind of reminding me of like a light overdose version of Weave Detonator. It's kind of what it seemed like a bit. And Ascendance, of course, being the same mapper as that.
Oh, and that is a very punishing burst section at the end after that last spinner. Don't forget that's there.
Anyways, on to our third map. It is going to be Sakuzo Fracture Ray, mapped by Gigas, but it's going to be the Kukai difficulty. You know, I saw Gigas on Twitter saying, man, Fracture Ray just got a lot of plays recently. It's either going to be in CWC or it's going for Loved, and well, now I guess you know what it is. It is in CWC, Gigas, congratulations. But this is, like I said, the Kukai difficulty. Not a custom map, but it's still, I believe, pretty recent, in 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
Last update was 2021. I'm not sure exactly when this particular diff was added, but the map set itself is from mid-2019, so it's been kind of hovering around for a little while. But yeah, as you said, this is the Kukai difficulty. I'm not sure how recently this was updated or when it was even submitted to the difficulty, to the map set. This one is slightly longer, just over 2 minutes in length, 200 BPM, so faster than the two picks we've seen thus far. Circle size 4, approach rate 9.5, again pretty much slap bang in the middle of the two maps we've seen thus far, but here we are looking at very technical, lots of alternating rhythms and snaps from 1/2 all the way up to 1/5, so people are going to have to watch out for those, and lots of nice long sliders.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this, the dash spacings are actually pretty far on some of these repeats that we were seeing, the 1/3 and the 1/5, I'm pretty sure, so could catch some people out on the high spacings. But usually you don't see that much when you're kind of playing light overdose, those wiggle pattern moves.
And these are the long sliders that I was talking about. Hyper dashes within the sliders, at the end of sliders, the beginning of sliders, and at pretty much every point on a slider. Slightly reminiscent of that Sinnoh diff on Chroma Eye that I'm sure everyone is a huge fan of, where the whole key eye is just one slider. Lots of droplets with hyper dashes.
Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking about Bunray's Uchigira Berserker a little bit. I believe that was a no-mod pick in recent year. This kind of feels like an easier version of it as well. Kind of with the way that the wiggles are used with the long sliders.
No Mod 4 coming in now, and I'm going to take a big breath and hope not to mess this up, is Doro no Bunzai de Watashi Dake no Taisetsu o Ubon da Nante. And if I did that in any way wrong, feel free to roast me, but I'm not going to care, because I tried my best.
Yeah, this
So,
map is first
go ahead.
convert of the pool. Yeah, first convert of the pool. Gonna have 5 no-mod maps this round, not 4. Going up in the amount of no-mod maps per round, I believe, until 6. Anyways, it's gonna be AR 9.3, 6, 3.6. Gonna have some, obviously what you would expect from a convert, the far jumps.
Yeah, this is the fastest difficulty in the no mod pool for this round, 225 BPM. Circle size 3.6 is slightly more lenient than, I guess, some converted difficulties that you may expect to see at this difficulty, which does in some ways make up for a bit of the randomness in strong dash distances. You can see there was a nice slightly slanted slider that turned into a sharp direction change that people are going to have to make particular care of.
Yeah, this map is seeming like, if you like converts, kind of like the one from last round that we had with the Aura on view. This kind of seems like a bit of a harder version of it, but instead of the 1/4 snaps, it's going to be on the 1/2 snaps. Bit of a higher BPM. You have a little 1/3 stream section here too. Could
I
see
do love a good guitar solo.
Yeah, could see possibly some misses on the little wiggles out there.
I see a lot of kind of blending between 1/4 and 1/3, and now 1/2 and 1/3 as well, which people are going to have to take care of. Similar to in Fracture Ray with just the variable snapping. Very easy to just look at something, assume, oh, that's 1/2, and then dash too late because it's actually 1/3.
You know, I'm actually quite surprised that we still haven't seen a CTP version of this map submitted yet. Because I know in the chat we also had a lot of people saying, to you, yes, I like this. Very surprising, nobody's mapped it yet.
Are you taking that upon yourself, or are you challenging the mappers in the
boy.
audience to...
Well, I know there's some mappers out there that have been thinking about it for quite a bit, but I'll take this on for other people. Somebody map it, please. Good song.
Oh, there we go, we got our first offer. Making in 3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I know
We have a
Nakatachi,
taker.
probably one of these people that are in love with it, even though it's not male vocals like his favorite. Speaking of another song that catch mappers were, I'm pretty sure, lining up to map, we have a song from KDA, The Baddest, featuring G Idol, Bay Miller, and Wolf Tyler. Anyways, it's going to be Air 9.3, CS 4.2, convert of the round, second convert of the round. It's going to be a bit more of a technical one, a bit slower at 150 BPM, coming in with that swing style.
Yeah, interesting to note that both of the converted OS difficulties that they've chosen to use for this no mod pool, no mod 4 and 5, both are very recent maps. This one coming in from, I think, August of 2020, and Dorona Bunzai coming ranked at December 2020, so both within the last kind of 6 to 12 months. Interesting, because sometimes they'll pick something that's kind of older and presenting a little bit of a different challenge, but this year they've gone for 2 new maps that both do reflect very different styles, as you mentioned.
Oh yeah, this one seems to be very focused on the vertical tap dashy movement and placements on these little, I think they're, I don't even know what snaps those are. I think they might be just 1/4, but I can't really tell. These bursts that are looking pretty tricky, like that one right there and that. You can definitely see
This
some...
is 150 BPM, so I think there's some 1/8 thrown in here as well on those little kick sliders. I'm pretty confident at that BPM they're going to have to be stacked.
Yeah.
But you never know, some people might impress me. There are some slightly good people at this game, though.
Just a little good. Yeah, we are seeing some, I believe they were double hyper dashes that were pretty far coming into the start of the Ki, and that one right there was a bit harsh.
One thing that's going to be interesting to me is to see how many people voluntarily sacrifice droplets in order to try and maintain good catcher position, because some of these sliders move at really unintuitive angles and directions, especially after the strong hyperdashes. You can see here from the accuracy of the test player or the map rule selector, we're already down at 98. This is not an easy map to act by any means.
Yeah, definitely not. And you know, with the way that Score V2 is in catch, I'm sad to say that it's probably going to be the latter of people trying to not dodge the droplets, but sort of focus on the big fruits, you know, because droplets aren't giving that many points compared to spinners, you know. So catching the big fruits is what's really important here.
So that is going to conclude our no mod pool. As we said earlier, 5 maps for this round of 16. We're increasing the size of the bracket just slightly. And we're going on to Hidden 1 now, False Infinite Parallel. This is a map from Ajir Yagtama, who has been well known for producing hidden maps in early stages of previous Catch World Cups, and this year is no exception. This is a custom difficulty again, 150 BPM, 3.5 minutes in length, and a circle size of 4.7 being the selling point here.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that we have 2 4.7 maps. Last round we had the rain from Mike and Bina, and this time we have a difficulty from Jir. It's going to be a bit longer than the last one though. It's coming in at 3:33. Probably a bit harder too with these little, I think they're probably 1-4 hyper dashes.
Yeah, they're 1-4.
Also some micro movement with these sliders that are just about walk velocity.
That double 1-4 hyperdash with hidden looks kind of punishing. I mean, I think the higher approach rate probably makes it a little bit more lenient than I'm expecting, but I can definitely see people moving slightly too early or too late there and missing both of those objects.
Oh yeah, that was I think a 4-note 1-4 hyperdash chain right there, actually. That one seemed a bit harder than the one you were mentioning, so kind of does scale a bit.
So it looks like there's some 1-4 regular dashes being thrown in here as well to produce some little wiggling. Balancing the difference between the hyper dashes and the normal dashes is going to be quite a challenge, especially as the map goes on, because this does look quite draining. Very few like calm, relaxing downtime sections where you can resettle your catcher position and focus on what's going to come up next.
Seen a bit more of harsher movement in this key, I believe. Some more anti-flow wiggles that we're getting thrown in here on the repeats.
Yeah, those kind of double, triple, and later I think 4 times quarter hyperdashes back to back are definitely the kind of unique selling point of this difficulty. We've got a little guitar solo coming in here with some really kind of quite tight inverted repeat sliders as part of the slider streams.
Yeah, usually players would hold dash on those because it would obviously make it easier if you're holding dash, because, you know, if you hit the hyper dash, you have to hold dash anyways. But now you have to hit the dash, let go of the dash, hit it again for the hyper dash. So it's actually harder having it be, you know, having the walks instead of dashes on those.
Yeah, the repeat sliders looked too low in slider velocity to kind of reliably hold dash without over moving there. So as you said, it's kind of hyper dash, direct double direction change without hyper dash, without the dash button held, and then back onto the dash. So yeah, really difficult combination of notes in quick succession there.
Here we have the second pick of the hidden round. We have Dan Hayakanaru from 40MP, mapped by FD4, another custom map. Seems to be the very, very slow map of the hidden pool. Everybody loves slow maps. You can ask Zyrox to confirm that one.
Yeah, see, this is also approach rate 8.4, circle size of 4.2, and I guess in a similar vein to the fluorite map we saw in the group stage, which was of course Hard Rock 1, slightly lower BPM, this one coming in at only 126, and this one is 2.25 minutes in length. I think the BPM changing this time is going to be like the difficult aspect. So whereas the difficulty then was like the rhythm changing with Hard Rock, this time it's the BPM that is differing.
Yeah, these hyper dashes are also very far, it seems. A lot of them are almost cross screen.
Oh, we got some nice regular quarter dashing wiggles there as well. Given how slow this is, I would be curious to know how many strong, intentionally strong dashes. Here is one of those BPM changes I was talking about. I was wondering how many of these strong dashes are intended to be strong, and how many of them are kind of just a product of the lower approach rate making them seem stronger than they actually are.
Not sure, but I'd assume that FTF, they know what they're doing. They're pretty good at mapping these kind of maps. This is like their bread and butter, you know? So I'd assume it's all intentional at this point, whether they want it to be. These, this seems to be a really, oh wow. I did not expect that at all. Did you, JBH?
It was a very rapid BPM change and a kind of difficulty spike that I wasn't expecting there right before the end.
Yeah, that seemed pretty out of place even for this map, but it's gonna see a lot of people missing on that ending.
So finally, Hidden 3, our mod pools are still sticking with 3 maps, 2 specifics and 1 convert. This is going to be Okioi Yokocho by Chaos City Niigata. And as I said, this is a converted boss difficulty. Let me get a link to that beatmap page if I can tell you a little bit more about it. This is from June 2019, so this is a little bit older than some of the convert maps that we've seen previously. 2 minutes in length, 192 BPM, so the fastest of the 3 hidden picks that we have on offer right now. Again, approach rate of 9.2, similar to HD1, and a sample size of 4. Very kind of standard for like a normal play, but the map itself is anything but standard.
Yeah, I think we're seeing even some 1/8 hyper dashes in here, if I'm correct. Seem to be very, very highly snapped.
1/8 at 192 seems kind of fast. You might be right, but I think 1/6 is also very fast.
1/6 is also possible, yeah. Seems to be very precise. I'm seeing a lot of these vertical movements that you can't really wiggle on, or it's going to be too hard for this difficulty.
Given how the intensity of that section spiked, the actual movement did not really reflect that at all, and I'm guessing that's a consequence of just being a standard convert. They don't have to conform to our rules.
Yeah,
but it caught me out a little bit, and then all of a sudden when the music got a little calmer, the spacing got more, so typical standard things.
You know, but people enjoy that about converts. Sometimes, somehow, don't ask me how. But yeah, we are seeing those snaps come in. Gonna be not that long, only 2 minutes. And we are going to move on to the first map of the Hard Rock Pool. It's going to be Omoide wa Arigato from Waldius von Delfikak. Mapped by Ascendance. I believe it is a second custom map from Ascendance round. Is that correct?
It is indeed. No Mod 2 was also from Ascendance, so this is his second. 2 minutes in length, 180 BPM. Obviously, we're into the realm of consistent approach rate 10 with Hard Rock now. And given that this is a circle size of 4, we get up to a nice 5.2 that I think everyone will be familiar with from playing Hard Rock.
Oh yeah, everybody knows what 5.2 plays like and looks like at this point, so not a surprise there. These little far jumps across the screen could catch some people off guard, especially because in this part, it feels a bit not what you would expect the next note to be. I saw there was one where the next note stayed on the right side instead of going back left, so it could catch some people off guard there.
Well, if that wasn't enough for you, similar to HD2, I'm almost certain that there are multiple timing changes in this, and by multiple I mean like a forest of red lines changing the timing and the BPM as we go along. And now we've got a player piano section.
Yeah, this part is
just in
actually
case you wanted to do tiny dashes into a high density.
Yeah, it's got some nice variety coming in with the dashes instead of hyper dashes being used. Very good for emphasis.
It's very robotic and mesmerizing seeing the stacking.
Yeah, there was actually one stream right there that actually did get changed with Hard Rock. I don't know if you noticed it, but there was a curved stream, right? And the second note of the curved stream got moved slightly to the right. So you have to kind of hit the hyper dash and then move back right very fast to be able to catch that and do a slight wiggle back to the left.
Oh,
So
Hard Rock, we do love you.
Yeah, could see some missed at the very end of that from Hard Rock, but it's expected at this point.
So, Hard Rock 2 is going to be Squulp, I believe that's how it's pronounced, from Owl Tree feat Yaki Tree. Multiple trees coming on in this one. This is 2 minutes 22 seconds in length, 183 BPM, and has a slightly lower circle size in this of 4.5. So we're going to be seeing a balanced mix of 1/2 and 1/4, very high hyperdash density, but that's going to be counteracted by slightly easier patterning and fewer kind of deformed streams and strong unexpected dash strengths.
Yeah, this map is seeming to be quite a bit of a more standard Hard Rock map, even than Hard Rock 1. This map seems to be more like typical for what players would be playing nowadays.
Certainly a little bit more anti-flow being used here to kind of compensate for, I guess, how more standard the map feels compared to something that has BPM changing and rhythm switching. Really funky saxophone going on here. I do dig this a lot though.
Oh yeah. You know, our custom map is this year. I've been actually picking pretty good songs. I do commend them for that.
Yeah, so this is obviously also custom. I think other than Fracture Ray, which was in No Mod 3, every specific you have seen is a custom difficulty so far. So we are currently at 6 custom difficulties, including this one. That was a pretty punishing looking quarter hyperdash into a half hyperdash in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it definitely was a bit more punishing than you would expect. We do see a bit of a left-right spam coming out at the ending for a bit more emphasis. Then the last map is going to be Chloe from DJ Tartaria. This is going to be a song that's pretty familiar to a lot of faces in the catch tournament scene. I believe this was used as a hidden pick, the same song. I'm not sure which difficulty it was, but it was used as a hidden pick in some tournament. I can't remember which one it was. It's kind of escaping my mind, but I do know this song from a tournament.
Some tournament that wasn't CWC, so it's not as important.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it is the convert of the rounds, coming in at just under 2 minutes. Got the nice CS 5.2, AR10, as you would expect. to be kind of reminiscent of Hard Rock 3 from last round with these kind of placement streams that you have throughout the whole map.
So doing a little bit of research whilst you watch the map, again ranked in mid-2019, this map, the Insane difficulty, currently has 2 Hard Rock FCs from Latifasama and Nagi, both players who have performed very well in the tournament so far. Hopefully we'll be adding to that in the coming week.
Yeah, we actually are getting some more farther 1/2 dashes as well in this section. You can see the 1/2 dash followed by a 1-1 or 1/2 hyper dash right after it. That one especially looked a bit far.
Yeah, some of these look very punishing. I think that the kind of premise of the map is that it's a stream map, but the streams really don't look like the difficult aspect of this. There aren't that many kind of deformed patterns, but there are lots of strong dashes after those patterns that can result in very easy drops. But yeah, that will conclude our Hard Rock pool of 3 maps. Moving on to Double Time now, and hey, it's a map that I'm a bit familiar with. This is Wakase Rabbit feat Torena. This is Luminate's difficulty, Luminate set, sorry, but difficulty is one of mine.
Yeah, you know, it wouldn't really be a Catch World Cup without a JBH player in Double Time, would it?
Yeah, we've seen a few of them. Usually it's hidden ban sacrifices, but it's been Double Time a few times in recent years. And to give you a little bit of a tidbit of trivia on this map, when I first created it, I was almost certain that it was going to get hammered into the ground with how high the density was, but people seem to like it, so it kind of stuck. So yeah, I'm sorry for making an incredibly dense map, but map selectors decided that it's fitting for the tournament, so we're going to go with it. When Double Time is added, we have 2¼ minutes in length, 261 BPM, and a fairly standard approach rate of 8, which goes up to 9.7 with Double Time. Cycle size of 3.5 is reasonably comfy, but the difficulty here is going to be that it's just very speedy, very dense, and a couple of strong half dashes because it's my style.
It's my style, can't tell me what to do. But yeah, you do seem to have some kind of funky stream patterns I've noticed a little bit with the 1/4s as well.
Yeah, not overmapping this breakdown section, this trap section, was a little bit difficult for a platter. And there's a couple of little small 1/4 dashes that I think people would probably not be too happy with nowadays, but it is what it is. So I'm going to conclude now with Double Time 1. Moving on to Double Time 2, Let the Wind Tell You, a second map by Yumeno Himiko, or Examination, in this year's round of 16 pool. This is another custom difficulty. It is 2.5 minutes in length with Double Time added, is much slower with a BPM of 180, but a slightly higher approach rate leaning to 9.9 when Double Time is added, and a circle size of 4.4.
Yeah, and as everyone can tell by the background, you know where this is from, at least that background. Everybody knows. Yeah, it does seem to be a bit high AR and a bit high difficulty. This kind of reminds me of, I think it was Shuema Jiao, I think it was, from Dapulus last year. Kind of similar difficulty settings, but I believe that was used later on in the tournament.
I'm pretty sure that was quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So it does show the intent of the map pickers to scale the difficulty a little bit year on year. Although I think the approach rate and the circle size are slightly higher, the patterns themselves look relatively comfortable, at least compared to the previous map, which had very high density, lots of kind of odd shapes and some strong half dashes as well. They might be different when actually playing, but I think the patterns themselves do look a little bit more lenient on the kind of the whole, and it is just the increased speed and slightly increased precision of the smaller circles that adds the difficulty here.
Got a nice little break here. If anyone is feeling a little exhausted after that, I think it was about what, maybe minute and a half, 2 minutes of double time play. It's always nice to get a little break in the middle of these maps because, man, nerves get to be building quite hard, especially in double time, I feel.
Yeah, with the increased catcher speed of double time, I often find that when you get nervous and you get tense, then you start kind of overthinking things and overreacting to things. So that break is very much appreciated.
Yeah, these sliders are actually very far. They do be seeming to be, I think, hold dash on the sliders. So that could catch some people off, definitely.
So I've said multiple times this round of 16 map pool that there are too many new converts, too many recent converts in the map pool. So let's take you back to 2011 for Floating Darkness. This is, I don't know about you, but it is an incredibly well-known map for me. I think everyone should be fairly familiar with this one.
You know, I'm actually not as familiar with this.
Are you really not? Ooh, this is a banger for sure.
Yeah, I actually don't remember playing this actually at all, but the song is a bit familiar, but the map just kind of escapes me.
Natake and Happy 30?
Oh, I know. I've played Natake's maps a lot. I know them definitely. It's actually one of my favorite mappers from back then. But this map just, I don't know. I don't remember it. But it does seem like something that does seem pretty fun, especially with double time.
So, as you'd expect from a converted difficulty, we're going to see a little bit edge dashes thrown in here, which with double time get very, very precise. And of course, 273 BPM, 1/4 edge dashes. Yeah, they sound kind of tasty.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very fun for the players to play this. But yeah, as in a lot of these maps, vertical sliders, they're coming in. You're going to see a lot of vertical movements, and even those horizontal movements. I didn't expect that many horizontal movements there for like a wiggle. Those little slightly tilted stairs right there are going to be kind of painful to catch. Some players are going to want to wiggle them, but if you wiggle them, you're going to go too fast and you miss the next note.
Some really big half dashes there as well.
Yeah. We have our map pool of Dave confirming in the chat. Those stairs, not the best to play.
So that's going to conclude our double time pool. Again, 3 more picks for our players in the round of 16, and it's on to our tiebreaker, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we actually have another custom tiebreaker, this time mapped by Benita. It is going to be Shange Long, the Kamame Sano remix from You vs. Etia. Difficulty, meowing. Hello Conrad, hello Sartin. I know you like meowing. When are we going to bring the meowing back? Seems like Benita wants to bring the meowing back.
Yeah, so in typical tiebreaker fashion, there's a little bit of a longer pick, currently sitting at a little under 6 minutes, so it's really significantly longer than almost anything else that will be shown in the round of 16 pool. It's going to be 175 BPM, which I think is actually exactly the same as the BPM of the tiebreaker from the group stages. A circle size of 4.5 and an approach rate of 9.3. Very standard kind of overdose marathon difficulty settings that anyone who plays long maps will be very familiar with.
Yeah, but anyone who's played Benita's maps know they're like slightly about standard, but not real. They always have like a little bit of a touch to them that make them feel a little bit different, but also really fun to play at the same time.
Yeah, she's a very kind of avid user of slightly strong dashes, but also kind of movements that are slightly in between walks and dashes that you typically want to tap dash. But on a map that's 6 minutes long, trying to kind of tap dash everything can get really tiring. So it'll be interesting to see how people kind of balance their stamina throughout this one if they end up having to play it. Ooh, we got a nice little breakcore section in here as well.
Yeah, I've been realizing that seeing a bit more breakcore than recently and catch a little bit more. Not that much more, but breakcore is always nice to have. Getting into this build up very, very far one-half dashes. Surprised they were that far. Gonna be seeing some of these, I believe they're 1/8 doubles, some 1/4 as well doubles that we're seeing. Might be 1/6, I'm not really that sure.
Ooh, some of those vertical sliders without direction changes look like they could be kind of punishing. I can see people definitely dashing too early before catching the tails of those.
Seems like the part right after that little section doesn't even come back. It's kind of like still keeping the intensity a bit, so you can't really get that little break. And that was a 4-note hyper chain, I think it was, on the 1/2. So definitely see some misses there from people who are getting a little bit exhausted at this point. Yeah, wow, the intensity just kind of keeps staying about similar level throughout the song, which is pretty nice. It's also going to be a bit punishing for tiebreaker as well.
Yeah, we had a nice calm section that was about like 1 to 1.5 minutes in, but apart from that there really hasn't been much give in the difficulty, at least thus far. Even this, which is a comparatively calmer sounding section, still has plenty of 1/4 hyper dashes, lots of direction changes, some anti-flow thrown in there as well. Here we go, is a calm section, about 2/3 of the way into the map.
Yeah, it is still pretty long without a calm section, but it's going to make for some great moments seeing how many people can kind of hold that FC.
And that really isn't that long of a calm section. We're immediately back into a kind of slow, and I put slow in air quotes, compared to the rest of the map streaming section here. Lots of high density, I guess they're 1/8 sections there. Wow, that build up really kind of got back into the swing of things very fast.
Oh, is that the first miss of the map pool showcases that we're seeing right there? I think it might have been.
Everyone point and laugh at the map selector, but we can't because the map selector is positive vibes. And
Positive vibes.
Everyone's got to have positive vibes.
Maybe they were anticipating that they would miss on this replay, so they're like, oh, gotta name it positive vibes. Can't have people pointing and laughing at them. Yeah, that is, I think, pretty early compared to most years when we see the map pool selectors getting misses on maps. Usually it takes about until maybe quarterfinals or around beforehand, but this year we're getting it right in around 16, so that just proves to attest how difficult these pools are actually getting.
Yeah, as a non-participant, I can't really wait to see how difficult they get. But that is going to be it for the round of 16 map pool. We'll have to obviously wait a little bit longer to see how far the difficulty gets cranked up. So again, to recap, we have 5 no mod picks this time, 3 specifics and 2 converts. The 3 mod pools of Hidden, Hard Rock, and Double Time will all remain the same. 3 maps in each, 2 specifics and 1 convert. And of course, we have the 1 singular tiebreaker, which will be played in the event of a tie. And that is going to conclude our round of 16 map pool. What are your thoughts on the map pool overall, Seka?
Honestly, map pool seemed pretty nice. There were some parts of it that seemed like there were some diff spikes that were a little bit unwarranted, but overall, not that bad. Seems pretty interesting to see some of these teams duke it out next weekend.
Yeah, so we are going to wait patiently, but also eagerly, for those teams to be playing next weekend. There's going to be obviously 8 matches, pairing up the winner of a group with the runner-up of another group, and that's going to be the round of 16. The schedule for that is going to come out sometime in this week, whilst our tournament organisers work hard on setting everything up, getting the matches organised and playing them all around each other. And we'll let you know as soon as we kind of work out what's going to happen, when those matches are going to be. And if you want to find out updates, you can obviously follow us on Twitter, and of course follow our Twitch channel as well, and you'll get notified whenever we go live. Please do keep an eye on stats pages as well, to see how all the teams have done, if you're a numbers person like I am. And again, banners are going to be coming out very soon as well for the round of 16 teams, so please, when they drop, do feel free to pick one up for a fairly low cost, support your team, add to the prize pool, and of course help keep these awesome tournaments running in the future.
Yeah, thank you guys for
I
watching.
think that's going to wrap up. You want to finish up, Seka?
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you come back next weekend. We're going to be having more matches. Going to be possibly getting banners as well, so you can support your team. Going to get those to you soon, as soon as possible.
And thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, or if it's already your Monday, hopefully your work or school week goes off to a good start and continues. And we'll see you all back here next weekend on OS Live for more fruit catching. Have a good one.
Try not to forget and look around. look around, it's a beautiful place.